this is not a final verdict. He can get an appeal, and who knows what the appeal court will do.
Okay,
So
but
this is a district court.
okay, but Mr.
Honestly,
B, Mr. B,
uh,
yeah, man,
yeah.
that's how things have been done. Even in United States, right? Even when they convict somebody serial killer, no matter how bad it is, they will always, allow you to appeal. You are allowed to appeal. He
It's
might appeal, you mean
okay.
anything. So
So
he can appeal
I
as many times
understand.
as he wants. I think it's 3 times or something like
I
that.
understand. I understand, beauty. If I go, egokwa, okay, egokwa kobo. Don't undermine that appeal because the appeal can go either way. I'm telling you, the appeal can go either way. It depends on who sits and the view of this individual. I know Weber mentioned that this guy was born in Biafra. Did you see that comment? Okay, so depending on when Simon was born, that's why they credited that in that news. So, initially, I said, I'm going to make a comment until I might go at the news, but I'm now reading as you guys are reading. So, let us also know, because this is People's Parliament, that even though Nigeria is 6 years, one and one could have 6 years, and I asked for the number of years for somebody doing this, when you before 1 or 6 to 12 years, 4 months to 12 years, depending on your participation. So we had this campa. Kaya last na you. Why have before nation ever so I can more opportunity for an appeal. That's all I want to raise here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have to understand every country when they are sentencing or how many years. And who is speaking? Somebody's mic is on. Um, each country when their maximum mad, and according to them, legally, on a that maximum that rings a bell. Also, I would 1 month for the fact I find it guilty. Anyone we go off of Korean or how many years, the punishment. I understand that, but still, when you compare to that country, the country I want, are you getting me? So we can be on Nigeria. But my whole thing on Apotiana because on Apotiana Nigeria may he have kwesi me. Hey, however, I couldn't get what they have on nacho on how may he have kwesi me because so Burunda me ha. Orunda me Finland Kubu. Oburu their military personnel. So the way Ojibo ha even need display on social media. On and the Nigeria Batiaka, here me. However, I couldn't get what they have nacho. But let's just hope and pray.
I
Let me
believe
go to
I
the
know.
next person.
Ndị ha gbu na brothers army. And a lot of people have because it was a time on the call. Ndị otu Chike Dozie Mfana, ndị Simon Nano. You saw so many videos they placed out there. They were trying to make the Ndị otu Simon the the predators. And India, my goodness, there are so many games they played with the lives of some of their followers. So it's not just the army. For me, I don't even think that she is okay. I compromise them on to 12. But again, the case remains open for appeal. So, kind change was appeal. Then I think against and depending on what Nigerian government, if they are willing to do anything. And let me say this for some of us. I'm not going to give we need to go quite so many times as far as it possible and they involved in this thing. Uh, my brother, again, we formal complaint. And when Nigerian embassy here, it's part of the thing. This is a have a government, and I have a functioning government. For some of us, nọ na Amerịka kweta fa bụ ndị Naijiria kịta ọkwa ọrụ ụnụ dị ihe a. Okay, but talk to your embassy wherever they are. Ọ bụ na ha dịkwa functional. Unu amago so many times eje na embassy kịta onwere onye ahịa afụ. Ha ncha niile abụrụ okwu a na-ekwu ekwu. Talk to them. Approach them from say a constituency when such a thing happen, and no no evidence against this woman. For me, I come up and went me fellow and my ability come. So that's what I can say. So on that issue, because in my potas individual, the letter, man, the government, so now how the territory, and I can't complain. They will.
Zobid, you can. With what Trump is doing now, you can. Honestly, they will take it seriously this time. And
Nke
well, who lot strong Trump put in place.
Trump
Kepa.
na-enye anyị sef ịfrọ ka o si ege ọ bụrụ religious head ka ị na-afụ na-abịa ebe a ọ bụ gụbụ onye ndị bụ religious head nọ n'Imo steeti na ọ bụ na onye Imo steeti ka ị bụ na ndị nọ na Anambra steeti ha ka nọ n'akụkụ na-epraise n'ekperima Nnamdi Kanu and cohort. How do you do that? Mbaka can praise her, Ebemonso can praise her, Ebuka Obi, and these people controls crowd. Okay, so ndị na-eme Trump na-ege ntị ọ na-abụ individual. It has to be an organization. An organization you go see their reputation. Ọ bụ anọkata ofu onye apụ ejedebe something. Ha ma ege gị ọnụ, to be honest. So ọ bụrụ ya ndị Naijiria nọ n'obodo a ndị bụ Naijiria n'isi ha afọ nwere ka ọ dịrị ịkpọ oku ahụ ndị all these apex and socio-cultural juggernauts of the Igbo people. Ọ bụ na ha kpọrọ oku fụ na befa nọ under the control of criminals and bandits. Ndị fan ha nọ ebe a again ike na ịnọ na program oge m na-ekwu naanị ekwu na nsogbu dị na be anyị ndị nwasị na ha bụ American fashion ha bụ veterans Igbo veterans in America ekpebe ikpe ekperime Nnamdi Kanu ha esi ebe a banye plen jee kwụrụ na Abuja with okpu ogologo okpu red ogologo na support ekperime Nnamdi Kanu. How do you do that, my sister? You know?
It's okay. It's okay, sir. You know, put the valid, but let's not be discouraged. I live with Chandanya, Yotana, ihe ga na-emebi ka anyị mee nke anyị nwere ike imenwu.
No
So onye ọbụla
discouragement.
n'ime
Ndị
unu.
nna call out bụ ndị nna call out bụ ndị bụ Nigeria n'isi. That's all I'm calling out. Ndị si n'ọdụ ụfa mma ndị na-eme Nigeria ndị na-enwe Nigeria as their only hope right now. That's what I'm encouraging. Ndewo.
It's okay, sir. It's okay, sir. Onye ọbụla nọ here, please. Ihe ọbụla ị ga-emenwu, go ahead and do it. It's for our own good. Yotana. Anyị chewecha ndị isi anyị anụ. So onye na-ekwu okwu. Anyị chewecha ndị isi anyị anụ nsogbu ya dị. So let's do the best that we can. If you are where you can report, go ahead and report. Just do your best. You never know. Let me go to Blessed. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, my sister.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. I don't know, Zobidi, you are very, very, you are a very interesting person. Let me just put it like that, because I know Nigeria the same mindset bidoro all this problem. It can Nigeria nisi. But anyway, that one is by the way. I just want to point out that in the ruling, the terrorist organization was not mentioned. It's left open. But during the prosecution, IPOB was the real organization, the terrorist organization that was reportedly being associated with what was going on in the Southeast. And the Finnish prosecutor argued that Simon Ekpa acted as a leader of the proscribed IPOB and that his online activities directly fuel the violence that is going on in the Southeast. So this was reported severally in their media also during that prosecution. And an interesting part of it is that IPOB people actually argued against it, that he is not their member and that he did not act in any of the role as any part of their member. It doesn't have any, so the IPOB denied him there in Finnish court. They said he didn't have that he never held any position in IPOB or ESN, so that they don't have anything to do with him. And Simon by himself said that he doesn't belong to them. That was where all this argument came in, that he is a content creator, not a member of that proscribed terrorist organization. But in the end, during the ruling, the court deemed it fit that that organization is a terrorist organization, and that organization has splintered into factions, and all of them are fueling the terrorism that is going on in the Southeast. Are you getting me? So, in effect, anybody that is associated with any of those groups in the Southeast, it doesn't matter what you call yourself now, you have something to hold on to and say, look at what this European Union court have deemed that these people are terrorists. And IPOB own is that Nigerian government proscribed it. So Nigerian government proscribed IPOB, and they are not even taking that proscription serious. And people are still openly saying they are IPOB members and without any consequences. Are you getting it? So, yes, if you are an IPOB member, you have contributed to IPOB, you cannot run away from the accountability that is coming. One thing with these Europeans and these white people is that you will be doing what you are doing. You think they are not seeing you. You think they don't have record. You think that they don't know. But when the time is right, they will open your book of Revelation before your very eyes. All your activities, your contributions, you will see it. They will link it to you, especially within the European Union, because everybody have a number. That is why even when you are undocumented, you have to go through asylum process so that you have some kind of documentation to say, even though they don't know who you are, but from today you are so person, known as so person, tied to so number and stuff like that. So everyone is accounted for. Everybody have their record. And those people in the USA, if any United States citizen takes it up upon himself, like yesterday, I saw them exposing Ngozi Orabueze, where she registered her organization, the BLA, the office she's working in. I think it's an urgent care or something in the UK, in the US. She used that address. So they were showing that picture, showing the number of that place, and say people should bombard them with calls. But I don't know if those calls are going to go into this. So I don't think we should downplay the possibilities. But the only thing I'm looking at it is that, do the European Union or members of the European Union or the United States have any interest in that?
Blessing up, please. Sorry, if you can drop the number they said we should send our report to, that would be okay. If you can do.
Oh, yes, I can actually. I have them as screenshot because it was a video. They did a very long video. I kind of skimmed through it, but I have screenshots of those places they were calling out, the address of the location, the pictures, and the name of the organization. Yeah, I have screenshots of it. I don't know if you send me a hi.
Yeah, wonderful. If you can drop it on comment section, I'm interested so I can forward them what I have.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. So that's just one aspect of it. So yes, the activities that they are doing is not affecting Europeans. It's not on the European Union soil, and it has not affected anybody within the European Union that can go and complain like and say, look at what they did and it's affecting me here. For example, here in Germany, that this person's activity affected me in this manner. But when whatever they are doing is happening in Nigeria, and the country where it is happening is not making any official reports about it, so it's different. So it's a difficult terrain to work on. But if an individual can say, because of the activity of somebody like this, me personally or my child that lives here in the European Union is affected in one way or the other, then they will take it up from there. You understand? Then they can say, okay, who is the person? Is the person also here in the European Union? What is their address? So they will take it. The litigation will go on from there. You understand? So when they threatened me a lot, when I took it up, this was the result. Even the number they used, they denied that. But it's because it was not happening here. It's happening in Nigeria. So now the Finnish government has done their own sentencing. So at the end of this period now, they may now start another process to remove his citizenship because he has another citizenship. So he's not going to be stateless. So if they start the process and remove his Finnish citizenship, then they can send him back to Nigeria. And then he will not have that citizenship of the European Union, and he will just have to face Nigerian law. But for now, the much he has done according to European Union and Finnish laws, most of the time you cannot get more than 15 years. They rarely give life sentence, and it's very rare, except someone that's really, really dangerous. And then most of their maximum sentences is 15 years. So 6 years is something is within the European Union. So it's after that serving of that period that they are going to determine, is this person still fit to remain in the European Union or to remove his citizenship. I don't know the law regarding whether they can remove that citizenship and send him back for where he's coming from. And then Nigerian government can do what they think they want to do. But meanwhile, I think this is a pointer to the Nigerian government and their judiciary that look at someone they just took in last year, they have finished the process and they are sentencing, and you are still doing politics. People are even coming, elected officials are even coming and talking. Someone that ran a pro-style organization that have led to the death of so many people, including men in uniform, and you are playing politics, and people in politics are still having their face coming every time, so that tells a lot for Nigeria. And it's, if they will learn, so within this period they will have the time to show the world what they want to do with the one in their custody. I think that will actually determine how Simon's legal team will take it up with Nigerian government, whether they want him to be deported back to Nigeria or not. Okay, thank you.
Ịma na unu bụ ndị
Okay,
Naijiria bụ
thank
ịma
you.
na unu bụ nwa na unu ara eto eto unu aji asụpụtasị ụwa. That's why you are playing with people's life for the past 5 years. Enwe ihe mpostụrụ ebe a ndị na-eme mpa ọkwa today ka e postụrụ and the father ezu irufe na be anyị arapụfafa na-eme iri na ebe niile na-agba ọkụ mana
Yeah,
Naijiria
enwere
enwere
onye
ebe
rịpọtụrụ ha.
aka eruo
Enwere onye
Nigerian level, aka
rịpọtụrụ
eruo
ha na.
American level. They just started. They are, but if all John needed no one, they will copy.
But nobody reports them. That's what I'm saying.
Who
For
said that?
example, Imo
These
State
people are
media.
actively there.
Yeah,
I
but
say like
nobody is underreported. Like when they are saying IPOP has been violent since so long, you say with who? Do you have evidence? It's
no
the same thing
president of
today.
Africa because he and
It's
the
the
post
same thing today. As
ọgwa si na
ndị niile
ọgwụrụ nwe tiger.
nọ n'ime ọhịa, or it belongs to
President,
people.
look at
You
it
don't have
that way.
evidence. Nobody is speaking
Listen
up.
up, my sister. Enwe tiger base n'Imo State. Every day I say on a tiger base na ndị a na-akwa mgbọ. And if I can get na-ekwu na Drew Army came and they decimated them. Kezi kem message report bịa. But the enwe military base na Imo, 2 or 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken. every day he na ebughari egbe. Then it's normal you get report bata. Mba o. What gentle
No,
can
no, no, not you, not you. Like, and coordinated ways they may report. Like now, and when official reports, when social media reports, So most of the time, when something has to be picked up with the international organization or outside country, it has to be a media report from the government, official reports. So they repeat official report because if you go and take any report from anybody, you will be held. Yeah, it's not good for journalists. So they always go for official report. So the question we are supposed to be asking, what is the official report we are getting from Imo State, from Anambra State? Official police department report. We are not getting anyone.
nothing,
Why?
nothing.
Because there is so much vested interest.
I could fetch ya or the allow. That's all I can tell you. Because bro, you report over. You don't go follow Commissioner of Imo State can address this issue. He can get a report over. No, wow. I got one need.
Okay, let me say something here. Here, or you underestimate the power of social media. Okay. Unfortunately, like I said, our youth, has social media entertainment to them. Ihe kwesịrị pay attention. They are not paying attention to those things. So now I pay attention. Trust me, more power in social media. What social media does, okay, twist your hands to do certain things, especially all these people no chichi on actually yeah. By the time people got the focus on that person, hashtag the other person, you see them doing stuff. Another thing, I know he take advantage of again that ime election. On our election eruwe, instead of he with that time not onye ị ga-asakụ or onye ga-enye gị ego or whatever. Yeah, with the time I can use call out something and I like that is happening. You will see them, their hands got it twisted to do what we want because ha chọrọ ka vote soro ha. Ịghọtana? But unfortunately, nobody is doing that. When it comes to what is going on now, most countries, if not all, actually didn't no careful that word terrorism is very, very sensitive to them. Ha nụkwa ha anything about we get na oh na go and na report. So in America here, how many where you can report without being known anonymously, like you can report. As long as you report, now the this thing, and we can say me a report, so then you can with some evidence if on social media, especially now, I find Gold Simon guilty. Now Finland, you can also use that. So okay, now I find the only thing her guilty, and he had one of them. Because the one on the oh, talk I had said the one on nature a terrorist or terrorist group in their country. They'll pay attention to that. If we get in a ham and pay attention, imagine the one or more than two people be doing a report to. They'll pay attention. Most times, that all on the US, right? How when they got opposite Nigerian government themselves, they will call their embassy to bring to their attention, okay, we are getting such reports, so report. Don't think now here Finland are not on the government alone. No, I say because I know okay, hey, Simon Ekpa was happening. All people no need report before the government I be the government I need delay before I be in the picture. How am I coming into the picture is kind of like cementing the whole thing. But all people be doing our report. So biko, onye ọbụla achọghị report, go ahead and report. Abịana na-eche, oh, ka ndị gọọmenti bịa mere anyị nke a, emekwana anyị nke a. Go ahead and report. By the time I will report to Wanda, different countries ha nọ, you never know what will happen. Because ha ma ha kwana na ana report, anyị ga-ahụ isi ga-ajụgodi some of them, they will ha na-eme some certain things, they will think about it. But if we don't do that, ndị na-aka akpa ike anụnwa ndị si outside, ndị na-anọrọ na Nigeria. Marakwa some of them had the effects of what is going on back home. Had the diplomacies, or as long as he here metodi, and we have to know that here and law of nature. On as something metodi, you might never understand the degree of whatever that is going on. I pugide ya ruo echi, we can be here, you know, close your submission and you go. But on no metụta gị, the way you go about it gotta be different. Go ahead, Ikenga.
Okay, Beauty, thank you very much. And Blessed, thank you very much. One thing I can assure you people here, like Beauty said, don't underestimate the power of social media. I want to play the particular tape and the broadcast that forced Finland authority to arrest Simon. Let me play it.
Responsibility of neutralizing many Nigerian terrorist military, or we call it Biafra Liberation Army. We neutralize them, we post them on social media, yet they are not acknowledging it. Ask yourself why. Are we hiding it? We are at war with them. We neutralize them when they come to kill us, we kill them. And we mention how many of them, and then we post the ammunition and the arms we recover from these terrorists. We recover the hoses, we recover the machine guns, we post it. Now, this is the reporting that the other army did this and did that. No, they still have it from men. Have you seen anything like that? They are still tagging what the army I am leading, taking responsibility of this particular security. I'm taking responsibility. I said, Biafra Liberation Army, neutralize Nigerian army, kill them, who come to kill Biafra. We recovered ammunition, arms that they used to come to kill us. We recovered their vehicles. We posted it. Did you see them reporting? No. Did you see them arrive? No. Biafra Liberation? No. They still arriving for men. What is for men? We have a men. Our names are Biafra Liberation Army and Biafra Resistance Fighter.
Okay, now, you see this very broadcast of Simon. You can't believe that after this broadcast, a lot of people notice here until, because that then anime so Simon bomber to bomber. I copied out this very broadcast. I started airing this broadcast every time. At some point, people not close to me, some who use the can't keep every day wanted. They say, you don't know the power of repetition. You do something, you repeat it again, you do something, you repeat it again, until one day somebody I never dreamed in my life that will ever beg me to send this very tape. The day even IPOB, they went to that court, I was asked to forward this very tape. Now, imagine, nobody may put out this thing. Remember, someone they delete all that broadcast and other posts or make. Imagine nobody na government. Do you think na government yenwe time? If you say maybe this thing investigate, by the go code, you better accept it. Do we want things to change? Of course, we want things to change. But if you fail to assist or to fight, we will remain like this forever. After all, it's not affecting the rich. It's the poor people who are suffering this. Ndị nne nwanyị na-ese n'ele okro and the makini maya. Look, onwero any terrorist organization Simon they connected with. Onwero another one or Boko Haram. If I were by Boko Haram and the IPOB, according to Nigerian law, it I want these people to understand it's not that Ikenga is saying it. That's what the law says. Your agitation, your campaign on social media will not stop the court from taking what they wish to take or what they want to take. If you like, do social media propaganda from now till next 10 years. If they said you are a terrorist, you can't change it. So I'm helping you people to face the reality. You are a terrorist. Don't be angry with me. If you want to be angry with the law that said so. Now, I put it as a challenge. Take Ngozi Karabueze up. If you live in the United States of America, I will feed you with information. Both have sat with unknown gun person. If you don't win that case, I will stop doing social media broadcast. Just, you will not spend any money. You will win that case hands down. The problem with us, but we always wait. Who will do it? This person will be thinking this person will do. And the other person will be thinking the other person will do. And by the end of the day, you will find out that nobody is even doing anything. Look, all these things we think is difficult. It's not that difficult. Pinpoint all these people on social media doing the broadcast. Get to know the country where they reside. Take them up. Take them up. Before I say, oh, no one has been convicted. Or where anybody, oh, but now at least you have the news. Take them up. Let's see why that country will not either stop the person from broadcasting or even take the person in. Take them up. Don't be afraid.
I'm sorry, I want to just add something quickly. Ikenga, do you agree with me that there is political interest to have Simon Ekpa dealt with, and that's why it went swiftly, because Simon Ekpa did not do half of what Kanu did, but there was no political will to have him afloat. You know?
I agree with you. I agree with you. The plan is to put it on Simon.
Like when you look at this guy, Adeyinka grandson, also, there was a political will to take him off the scene immediately before he said anything. When he was being arrested, more than the street was filled with police. The guy himself was sure. They said they have come to take a terrorist, you know? And he was shocked. And me, myself, that was when it cleared it to me that, okay, so, they see what he was saying online as terrorism. But Kanu is right there. And they didn't do anything about it. So there was no political will to take that up. And Amandian as a kind of thing is also there. Maybe you'll be thinking you and this person are like-minded. You think you are going on the same way, but you don't know you got you know. All right.
Okay, Ikenga, I wanted to suggest this because each China see people, I would they keep I cannot report these people. What if only are there to this meeting in a way, the Zoom meeting and stuff? If you start announcing for people to join, based on this, they want to keep me want to do that. So ọ na-ekezi ka ọ na ha bịa na group ọ bụrụ na oke ihe ahụ the focus to do. I think we'll get somewhere. And na-announce ya ma bịakwa your space for other people to join. I think we'll get somewhere because you just announce onye ọbụla pụọ ihe mewekwa ihe ọbụla ha chọrọ ime. That's just my suggestion. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a good one. Our meeting is successful. We are doing a whole lot of things, a whole lot. So, if any member of People's Parliament wish to come in to see the wonders we are doing there, you can come. But we are doing wonders. But no need of talking much. I think Igurube is here. They will please take the mic.
Tupu Igurube, a na-ama ama ma ndị nwe interest report Ngozi Arabeze. You must report her. Ndị ma about her activity must report her to the National Law Enforcement or Intelligence Agency. In the case of United States, you must report her to the FBI. Also, you can also contact the local law enforcement in your area. And then when another FBI information, any night online, you can always Internet Crime Complaint Center for people in the United States, and we're in London as well, and we're different, but just for the people in the United States, essentially the beauty with brains, it doesn't take for us to go any other place but the FBI or your local authority, and your local authority, we take it from there. If you can establish evidence of what this lady is doing. Thank you.
Also, before Igurube Kwoku, in our reports, you work with the IPOB because since I gone on the IPOB, I have been named something now about it. Maybe we'll start reporting them too. Because what I had to email, on happy do this thing. I try email anything to equal the insecurity. Instead, they went security agency with the hand and the CEO. So can I report to what I need at the same time? I will go ahead.
Sorry, Google. Let me just add this in very quickly. And for European Union, ihe na-adịkarị ha mkpa karịa ndụ mmadụ sef, akwa ịhụrụ ego, ihe gbasara tax evasion, fraud, any document prove na somebody have this kind of money or that kind of money and they did not pay tax on it. 100% onye ahụ ga-agara ya nga.
And these people were well. I went my hand on hand because I could check it on a guy, how could see fundraising online. They can't run away from it. So because you open and when be doing I got free here. Some one way or the other. Who keep pushing. Okay, Group, are you there? Are you there, sir?
Okay. Thank you, Beauty, and good evening, everyone. I have a good today, man. More on more. I don't know. The last time more personally, two and no. But more is over my say. More. Oh, yeah, Mandela support to Biafra. Mandela that support. I have the problem on every one of them. Anyway. Because some people if you throw away us, if you do it, that is something him and not possible and not feasible. But good not possible. Maka carry not behind this. Then in that some keep going. So Cobra no na me, Cobra no na bambo. Cobra na bambo. Sometimes all I want more they can if we're bendy, it's careful. The IPOB na Nnamdi Kanu. So many people on Nnamdi Kanu do better than fraudulent movement here and criminal gang here. We use that opportunity. We push that. And those two ndị na-agụ Bible na Bible sịrị anyị gbara ya nọrọ na nche oge ọbụla because na ya maha mgbe onye oshi onye iro ga-eji wee bata and ọ ga-abata dịka eyi ọ bata imeghere ya ụzọ dịka wee ọhịa Nnamdi Kanu the government of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Amen. But out of human conscience, as an individual, Ejira first of all, see me here the job. Na arụ before you buy aka gị n'ime ya. Na arụ bụ arụ before you buy aka gị n'ime ya. Okwu m mbụ okwu m ebu. Onye ọbụla chọrọ ihate Nigeria. Onye ọbụla chọrọ ihate Nigeria as it stands today, with every reason and the right to ihate Nigeria. Onye ọbụla chọrọ join terror group Nigeria, with every reason and the right created by the Federal Republic of Nigeria to join those groups. But, you know, when you have your conscience, human conscience and human faith, then you begin to advise yourself, not the government advising you here, not the government trying to protect you or to protect the state from terror. Otherwise, it's someone na Nigeria report na Europe. KGD ndị nọ n'Europe atụ ego eme fundraising. Well, if it's a welcome development, mana the worst thing anyị ga-eme onwe anyị dị iche na ego eji agba terror agbagbuchi ụmụ Igbo n'ọsọsọ abroad ka o si abịa. That is the worst thing anyị ga-eme onwe anyị. That is the worst thing. The worst thing anyị ga-eme bụ iche na ego eji agbagbuchi ụmụ Igbo na ego eji esu ala Igbo ọkụ bụ na abroad ka o si abịa sọsọ. Ị mara na egwu ka anyị na-eme. Ịgbachigodo ihe niile na-eme n'obodo oyibo ha ewetara ego. Ndị nọ on the ground ga-atrịpụrụ terror anụnwa in fact in tenfold. Because ihe a ga-adịgodi first ntụwa ego now. Ọ bụrụ na m na-arụ ụlọ na Nigeria for example, nọrọ n'obodo oyibo wee na-ese ndị ego ma m enweghị injinia na workers dị ready to build, right? Ma na ebe a ga-arụ datin is either that the money remain na bank ma ọ na-eriri ego ma without doing anything. Onye chọrọ ịjụ ajụjụ chọrọ ịgwa onwe ya eziokwu. Onye chọrọ ịgwa onwe ya eziokwu n'iru Chukwu na mmadụ bụ onye ọbụla bụ otu anyị si wee bụrụ, otu anyị si achọ ka ala Igbo dị mma. Ọ bụrụgodị na ya afụghị n'irie maka ịfụ n'ụzọ ahụ ụra dị nna ya, right? Mbọsị emewe pati enwe nwata nwa agbọghọbịa be anyị a na-eme ịgba nkwụ ya were obi ọcha dị niile jee ujuo mmanya afọ na-ana, ịghọtago, ịmarụ mbem mere agara na-ana ụjọ onye ga-asị gị na atụrụ gị taa ma ama ntụ gị. Ọkwa ihe anyị na-ayọ, anyị agaghị gọọmenti ya ego. It is still this my imagination. That is, kedu dị ka anyị si agbara okwu ahụ anyị kwụchakwa eziokwu na-abụ ya ahụ na ọkaigwe anụnwa a na-ekwu okwu for example n'ihu Chukwu na ihu mmadụ nke ụwa Chineke kere mmadụ eke. Ọkaigwe anụnwa erugo size, orugo one portion. Ọkaigwe amaghị m na ọkaigwe local government a na-ekwu okwu ya oruru size Aso Rock Villa. Mana ndị na-agbagbuchi ụmụ Igbo si ebi ebe a na-eme operate. Ndị na-agbagbuchi ụmụ Igbo bi ebe a na-eme operate. Enwere ụkọchukwu ọkaigwe is known for, that is all of capital. I will say that all of capital of at least Methodist Church and the rest of them. So enwere ọkaigwe camp of faith, ha nwere bishops, ha nwere ndị igwe. So all of a sudden, ma ndị arụ ndị all of a sudden ọnụ na-ekwu onye ọbụla na ihe mmiri enweghị ma ndị na-eme ihe. Enweghị ụzọ esi abanye ọkaigwe. Ka anyị jegoro na mgbe a tụrụ vootu na this election Hope Uzodimma na second term ya, ka anyị nene how many votes Hope Uzodimma denyere onwe ya na Ọsụmoru ka ọ bụ Ọsụ Ihite Ụkwara ebe ndị terrorists will come and out of vote. Can you even go to my federal government more INEC or cover out that place? Mbana to hope vote. So can you more? Now government recognize that this place is a no-go area, not a blackout zone. Can you that place they will enter to vote? Can you manage the number of votes in the APC generated from that place? Very hope government. You see, I see declare state of emergency. I don't actually declare state of emergency. Man, all no you know Abuja Nigeria. Nanda on the day I will buy it. Sure, you could see here. But you need to read that to why I have. It's not to work and then it's in America, since you don't know America. No! 3 days ago, or 3 days ago, Peter and just okay, last week, in a similar report where you're not abroad. Last week, and made international bar association conference. Peter Mbano there, governor of Chinubu State, Neri State to release Nnamdi Kanu for us. I am just about 4 days ago. Then he came one game with this. That is, he had my duty to be the report. In the abroad. Why don't the Bundi with the whole resources? He protects an evil. Now, this is for you who the terrorists. Can't find it. Can't find strong for this truth. Can't find strong for this truth. Just 4 days ago, before the whole Nigerian Bar Association, Peter Mbana actually state, me pon yele demand, check for you and the can. If oh, no political statement. Are you joking? You are making political statement with people's life? Does this really make sense? Why is this so hard for us to see that there is no way this terror will as far as Southeastern governors and the religious leaders are protecting him and they calling him a hero? Can you not call it? You give birth to a child, your child wants to be like you. What are we trying to do? Not until we are ready to call out this. Last time he protected these governors, our political leaders, they demand him. There is some nature in terrorism. How is that possible for crying out loud?
Igurube, sir.
I don't know, beauty.
Because when you were saying, I want him to point out right quick. The last time in Biana space, because some of them go space after that, we pointed all these things out. Achamki feel like we are neglecting all these facts in our points out. We all know that that is what is going on. But I am unfold n'aka watching nkịtị. Ihe anyị megekwenu nke anyị emenwu because you never know. Ihe na-ebidokwenu from somewhere. Ka anyị bidogodo nke anyị nwee ike imenwu na-eme than just agbachicha nkịtị and what anything. Take for example, let me give you an example. You see, I'm fan of VDM like that, but also able material more than you props here. But one of the things this guy may that more learn from this issue of Dangote, right? This thing makes sense. Graduates now, at some point I was wondering, like, okay, is there something else going on? When you're not watching it. But the moment he brought it out this last time, in way awareness, and we are here to bring at least. Okay, take for example Blessed and Ijele. They've been speaking of sin. So for how long now? We had the but then we and once he bido mewe, like he bido mewe na osumewe na okay, people who can now you guys, okay, I heard one lady online on here at that time. I didn't know now here you see the awareness at Bego Kita. Then we have okay here if we keep bringing the awareness here the government in we keep going. You never know. People we can join. Why? Before you know it, we bag a call getting her out. Then we'll force our government officials to now act. Oh, kwani ha in here. I try to feel that we are neglecting this party. No. Only very begin neglect this party. Want him to point out. But go ahead, sir.
Okay, yeah. Beauty, eh? Yeah, I don't understand the email. Thank you so much. Yeah. Ndị ịfụ na atụrụ Simon nga ọ dị divided. Ndị si na ha bụ bri exit, kọsasị bri exit, na ha bụ Biafran government in exile, right? Ndị si na ha bụ IPOB na-celebrate Simon. So, for example, Simon is down now. Simon is down. There is no going back. Ihe ọbụla ndị otu ya na-eme ha na-ọzi another portion of ndị ori bụ ihe na-agbagote, which I am in support of calling them out, pointing them out. However, onye isi ndị IPOB bụ ihe mụtara Simon Ekpa is being protected. Abụ nwatakịrị gbara ndị eto gbaa bọọlụ, for example. Abụ nwatakịrị toro gbaa bọọlụ. So mgbe ahụ ibute bọọlụ chi ịgba bọọlụ, ị na-agba bọọlụ, ịba na-abata na pitch ebe a na-achọ ịgba bọọlụ anya ụmụazị, everyone ga-ebido na-choose after big name footballers they want to play like. I again on television now watch match. Skills ọbụla ha demonstrate in that place. Can you applaud how to demonstrate in your next local game? Even na agba monkey post and the rest of them. Ma ọ bụrụ na enweghị those people a na-watch na television, ma mma na football skills aka ga-ewu. Now, if for the military, people are not grow, now retire. Police are not grow, now retire. When I'm not police, I talk about military. And when the paramilitary, because of the way they love the uniform, the way they behave. And we're all military men because of the uniform. Also, what you brought down go to bring you down why I am so. Or cho him, or you know, Kurofo. Oh, beer. More than for that military, over no why I am that fool. Over they will hear the military and the uniform. Why I have no trust, not actually the uniform. He have we here our leaders, not choking got Yana role model. Choking got the meaning of role model. Because I create security awareness. Money did a program now 2020, I think. Money did a program I made at 2020. Because what they go about today at this war video. I may not be running a Facebook page. Man, using now from the get-go. Nnamdi launch radio, yeah. I don't know even before Ijere may appear. Because so you're born a man, even Nnamdi are dangerous. Man, our people, Kuchirinti, at a point, I told my friend Michael, I'm not here. Nah, I don't think my friend, that was in 2013. Now the way this guy is here, the terrorism, the terror, you see, the buying over that capacity. Joe Michael, one of the states here. Joe Michael, this conversation. We had this conversation in 2013. You see, I'm back. They wouldn't give me terrorism. We come no hate. I was blind. I didn't know that. Then when they come and the gate, you will brainwash the actually. I was only talking from political point. None did they make any hate in people. They were only watching the president now. Now, we could die. That was my position then. Yeah, when I promise him, terrorism, that was Saturday. On a Saturday, also Namdi gay. Nana, somebody for Nnamdi. No, yeah, I didn't know. Not the young will really be there. I say, I don't bomb, I get to the bomb. You see, again, you see, I'm going to have a job, so I can't. Before Michael, I have space, Joe Michael. This thing. Yeah, conversation I was 2013. You see, I'm back. Now, me believe when I'm Igbo. You see, I'm not like him, like issue, like here and cause. Also, my he able similar this thing I have only brainwashing. Now, this thing I have only. Now, this guy brainwash him as buy into terror until 2014. I began to see it clearly. Now, this guy was terror. Ndị kwesịrị ikwu okwu ndị beziri bụ ihe na-apụzi Nnamdi n'ọnụ bụzi ọwụ si gbarie si mee nke a. And to my worst surprise, ịnọ ndụ m wee fụ m Igbo ha na-egbu ndị mmadụ ka ndị ISIS. A na-ebe mmadụ ndị ISIS si ebe mmadụ life. Ọ bụrụ na ha na-eme ya na nzuzo ka ọ bụrụ na ha na-achị ha mee ya ha ere ka ọdọ eti ihe na post a na-akpụ ya. Today he grow go inwe TikTok account, which are TikTok account, nwee Facebook pages ha na-eme updates the attack ha na-carry out n'Igbo land n'ime ndịde ndị Igbo. I shared with Ikenga about 3 days ago. Even this na ha kpọrọ onwe ha World Igbo Congress. Let me borrow the Nzobidenu's word. Okoko afa na-egbu nwa nkịta. And I form one group, useless group. Ebe ha na-etere na Nigeria. Ihe nwekwana ihe mere Nnamdi Kanu na prison. Na ọnwụọ na Nigeria ga-abọ. I shared them the article. They wanted to with Ikenga Ghana na message geography. World Igbo Congress, so-called World Igbo Congress. Nke a maybe 3 days ago or 4 days ago. Ha ga-esokwu na ndị nga report. Does it mean that the federal government of Nigeria does this thing? People are kwado yiri isi agụgburu okpu red. Jee to president na-achị Nigeria. See ya release na gị kpọnye ha. That is na gị kpọnye ha oyi a. Asị m na gentle fụcha these things. Na gentle ga-asị. Ebe ọ bụ na ozi obi ire aka rị. That is okay, in Europe, for example, now I to also Simon nga. Among the other guy ejidere ya na ya maka ihe ego. Among onye nke ha atụrụ ya nga. I don't know. The same Finland na ebe ahụ. Simon goes to the so-called Biafran government all launch there. with how developed and exposed the country and what is it, technology endowed had. So ndị niile bi na Finland ha na Simon mere butere ọgbakọ ahụ na mitin ahụ na metere ga Finland ọ na-eche ka report before who pick ha nchekwa ka ọsọsọ Simon bụ onye na-eme IPOB na Finland ka ọ bụ autopilot na Finland sọsọ ihe eji tụọ Simon nga bụ na o wepụtara isi ya kpọọ onwe erida wee Twitter handle verified with his details and everything na-epost moto na-ehost space na command ka a ga-esi wee na-agba egbe South East ozoghi ezo. That was how bold they were. Imagine Boko Haram iregister handle na Twitter nọrọ ebe ahụ na command ka a ga-esi na-agbaghị Borno agbaghị ebe ndị ọzọ ka n'ugwu Awụsa ndị ọcha mee ha ahụ. Maybe because that one is Islam. So how do you move for Islam? Or the prohibited. Man, you move for your so-called agitation or the right. I will begin to say, accept so many things. You can call it conspiracy theory. But I begin to accept that there was a conspiracy to destroy Igbo land with everybody involved. And on Biafra for 30 months, right? Adhere to peace. 30 months. Nka we've been Igbo for like 5 years now, since 2020. Boom, Hammer open. The blown for 5 years now. And that's a lot of Igbo. It won't any cogent move. Substantial step to cop this. So, on a year by 10 years, and a win Igbo by the faceless people have unknown gunmen. Have you done with him unknown gunmen? Eturugomima no one on here today. Eturugomogima no one on here today. You hear the security the deeper than the higher na for you. But you man na one no. Nambura ya mona abo. Kana ndi Igbo ndi ọzọ. Previous government in Enugu State locked down the whole government road. Encourage you, everybody to join sit at home, including the day Monday sit at home and the day Nnamdi Kanu give the court. A sitting governor in Igbo land when he endorse the Enugu State. Because I now see the Enugu is relatively peace today. Because another governor but an assembly, I will do relatively peace. How will the camp have a off? How put up from my off? I'm over to the bag. Can the money? If you're not go buy now. If you're not go buy now, Magaria, if you are from the age of bullet disfigure, you will ever get on a week here. Nke ha gbara mbọsị emere local government election na 2022 February. Gbara ndị mmadụ ka ọkwa, gbara people ka ọkwa ebe a gara to vote, gbara people ka ọkwa, iwu onye stop ha, gbara ya si from onye ma maka akpụ ugode, gbara ya ruo na Nkanu West local government, si ebe ahụ gbara ya ruo n'ụmụ eze, si ebe ahụ ka ọtọ ya gbara ya bata kam. Iwu onye stop ha. Enugu was on fire. Na Chineke zọrọ anyị bụ gọvanọ nke a nwabatara because na akpọ the ọnụ bụ na ụzọ esi anabe nke ya. Perhaps he declared war. He rescued us. But at the same man rescued I na agbaji anyị shikpoghere ya na nsogbu adịghị shikpoghere ya na. So in rounding up, I will say yes. If you hear, report. If you see, report. If you notice, report. But I don't know it. I don't know it. Because ndị na-sponsor ihe a, ma ndị nọ abroad na-sponsor ihe a. Ekwugo m ya several times, people chee na na-egwu egwu. Ọ dịka ọ ntakịrị ka nna ha. Afụghọ m onye dị happy na ndụ ya be abroad na support IPOB. Nna gwa gị, 70% of them are frustrated souls. Most of them, they lose their marriage, especially the men. Most of them feel they have a professor. Not how to see regional and Igbo. No, because you did petty job, I don't know the with our papa's certificate in the name of Nagara school. So they felt ebe ya gụgoro bụrụ prọfesọ, ebe ya gụgoro nke a gụọ nke ọzọ, na ya kwesịrị ịnọbi ya fon arị gị gbarrrr akpọ ya si ya bịa bụrụ gọvanọ ma ọ kọmishọna ka o jee nọrọ n'iwe ego mewe ndị ọzọ pres. The thing adịghị ọpụọ dị opposite. Have divert all that anger into so-called Biafra expression. Not only the idea, but they were telling Biafra. No one name will need Biafra. Actually, they descend on an Igbo. Just certificate has a since they cannot make it in Nigeria, bigger Nigeria. 70% of Igbo men not be abroad. That's about he have a frustrated souls. Equal Wahugo. Hachana show the anger. She bought a bubble. They bought a little of an argument. She bought a little down. Because the week will you will future. Who's the other near? Gamaya can have no do. Now, to a great gumbo is a commission the man. Oh, arrow is full of arrow. Oh, my year, arrow. You mean we all Manakama? Can you see your Kama Maya? Don't take all those here.
Please round up, sir. Please round up.
Okay, now I'm going off. Okay, now I'm going off. Oh, that's the reason I want to say. Now I'm going off. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Let me go to Nwachukwu. Nwachukwu, are you there? Nwachukwu Stanley. Not the corner who go. Okay, so
please,
you put something.
Please let me add something before I go.
Okay, hold on. Nwachukwu is here. Nwachukwu, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Depending on your location. The last speaker actually made correct some things or pinpoint some things, or not correct in any way. I've taken time to talk to one or two people who are staying in abroad, Manahab, staunch supporters of this rubbish IPOB. Some of them, the truth, but some of them are being fed with lies. Makana, it's not they criticize Hofuma for supporting that criminal group or that terrorist group, rather, whichever one it was. But I've taken time to speak to one or two, three of them, and I discovered that now some of them, if I'm already hearing, they have this trust. Not all anyway, but some, a good number of them, they have this trust on this nonsense this useless idiot Jamaica up on a big query. And when people na ego abronda, that's not how they're not on the ground. They're not the main people na ego. The main people na ego on eba anata. Some of them na ego are not even sending the money down here. Some of them are collecting the money, sending a small change. Ndị nke were ya na-emebisi ihe ebe a na-eme video with nonsense propaganda na-efidi ha back. Ha jekwa meeting ebe ha na-atụ ego ahụ. Some of them bịa ebe a na-akọrọ ha na Fulani jikwa mee nke ọzọ. So they be fed with lies. So I blame kwa ha. Yes, I'm not one them with political interest. People who have in mind can enweta Biafra that they will be the ones to start leading the country. I know that one, but a good number of them still are being fed with lies. If you can remember last year, we had Nahana launch their nonsense armored tanker. I was just laughing because someone has such thing cannot even exist. They have maybe no they've collected money and they want to like do one mago. Or edit that and nigga as if you can go from so things like that. This is their way of operation. Hana Kocharariga, they just like Joe Feme bottom button. Me nonsense video send the woto had their ayabaha woto. This in fact, I don't even know who is coming who. Whether on the people know about Nanakohega, the so-called, I don't want to use this thing, but I will borrow his word now. It's not Biafran government in exile. I think that the real people that are cashing out on that. Then the so-called idiots, the terrorists na cash out on us. And then what happens enjoy rush about this thing. I want us to ask ourselves question. Has ego. They follow this Kulora and all these people of themselves, all these people na emi charity online, especially Makomunna in kidney problem. Ebro Haga Abuja to the glory of God, Atuchego, and we made the transplant. Can we ask ourselves this question? When a company now manufactures kidney, is there any company that manufactures kidney? And then medical practitioners now, you let me know. Kidney a donor. The much I know about kidney transplant and the rest of them. A donor. How come Oyabune Buruga Abuja now? This hospital, all these hospitals name kidney transplant. The next thing I know, will go a transplant, name will go a donor. Where are those kidneys coming from? If you agree with me, those kidneys are coming from Osu and Del Kigwe. This is their source of livelihood. They're back asking, well, also another place has to go. I want to hear Gutoran outside the Wayo. I want to hear kidnap Taramadu. These days, if a kidnap on a tego, he book one year. All those bones are for Charano Kigwe.
Allegedly, Biko.
Okay, sorry, allegedly. Achọrọ nka uche anyị na-adị na that side because I've come down to analyze this thing very well. Before, I said that for donor. Not easy to get donors like that. Ike mmadụ will not be languishing in UK prison. But these days, Nigeria, can always donor up and down, matching donors. I think we've gone far. We've really gone far. And that judge I do why I need preach as gospel so that that can I go all these people produce is not even far from Ekpa. That's my area. Only also Cambo. So it's not far from Ekpa. It's just like 2 poles. And the Ekpa has on Azu. And that Ekpa has over my market. People now here about none of them complained, what was happening. That's to tell you that these people, I will say that now, they were silently murdered. This is cool business. The overall matter of IPOB, they are the ones doing it. I'm not saying they are not the ones. I'm not using allegedly for this one. They are the ones doing it. But that will tell you that now, they have cool business. Hajinwayo, Otage, codedly, they will eliminate the person. Will say those others do whatever they want.
Please, 1 minute.
Please, 1 minute.
And
Okay.
please, I'm not a medical doctor, but I don't know any organ you can harvest from a mother that last more than 20 minutes. If not well preserved. So I disagree with that notion for this angle in Abia. So I don't believe in it. From mother that last, that well preserved. That's what it to me. I don't know. Right. From there, anyway.
Okay. O doro m anya na mgbe agbari that produce and mgbe eje na Mother Valley na-enwere akwụkwọ afro that place ka esi akụziri ụmụazị all these their new recruit or how to harvest human organs. It's my place and I know much about it. So ọ bụrụ ihe na-ekwu adọrọ out of context. I'm not a medical practitioner. I'm an accountant, so I don't know much about that. But ihe na-eme ntu a anyị na-ajụgasị ajụjụ, because you can't just tell me that all these human scores and everything na-afụ in large numbers not once ka ha kpọtara ndị a mee ha. And you know, so many questions I needed that during why in here. And then I worry when they preach. Because if you continue blaming the government, we continue blaming, you can't stop blaming the government anyway, but he blame kind of government. I am not, because this government has always been like this. It has never favored the Igbos. It has never, and we cannot continue. You blame government, you blame you can't continue to do that. Minority. Ijen and Niger Delta, they are minority. Bayelsa, all these states, all these people minority, but they are living fine. They are living fine. They are doing whatever they're supposed to do. They are going about their normal business. In as much as now their government, they were corrupt. In as much as the same president, their governors are not even better than our own. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. A call came in and I have to, call the call. So, in as much as now I chime with the same president, but these people, they coordinate themselves and they're living fine. So, they blame government for all these things. We shouldn't continue to blame the government. It blame Kwaha, it happened Kwaha. Mana the real thing, but the answers was answers made a lot of things. And the I got who spread gospel. A lot of people have been misled already. Even on Facebook, by any place this post of Ekpa being sentenced, you will see people under the comments, under the comment section, saying all sorts of things. He will be set free. And does it mean Nnamdi Kanu na ha da ihe na-eme na Igbo? And these are the same people that will go and start blaming the governor of the state. See no way Hope of them. I'm not a fan of him. I can never be. But I so much believe that now Hope of them evil. He's not worse than these people, and he's not as bad as that. When I blame governor Cap, Peter Mba, we for all of them. We call them names, but at the end of it, when they want to, solve the problem in their own way, maybe with the military or whatever, these 10 people will rush to the internet again, to social media, video cover, some sort of things. Now, government, so we have to continue sensitizing, not just blaming the government. In a sensitizing, they blame government. I don't think now because we are not hitting the point. We need to continue to expose these people. We need to continue telling people. That's why I love listening to Ijele's most live Disney. We need to continue to expose them. Even Ikenga, the host of this program, I follow him so much. Just that now his Facebook and where you can comment, which is very nice as far as I'm concerned anyway. So we need to continue to expose them with their tricks and everything and their propaganda. This character in Jamaica release the videos every day. And Jamaica nke ha na-asị with nke afọ ya gentle or poison or whatever, that nonsense. But the problem that these people still believe in them. In as much as a good number of people nearby, I like in the last speaker. or how I surround this for this is we are heading nowhere with this nonsense. We need to continue sensitizing. Onye nwere okwu kwube, onye nwere ụzọ ọbụla o esi. Mana the idea of or government, the same government na-achị Lagos State, the same president Lagos State nwe ka Anambra State nwe, that's the same president Imo State nwe. So you don't have to continue to blame the government always. You know, are they getting it? No, but we can still live fine. We can still be living fine on our own without all this nonsense. And nonsense agitation. I've never subscribed to it, and I will never subscribe to it. It's still to my agitation. I had the opportunity to travel out of this country. I know how this has been done. You negotiate your freedom. America, Iran, and Biafra. They call Arabic Biafra. What attention of Biafra ebu ya for 3 years. Was like ebutekwa Biafra, bo buteria Biafra ebu kwa ndị Igbo. Was like agọta ihe ọ na-eme onwe ya na obere azụ maka ndụ ya. Nnamdi Kanu ebidokwa Biafra. But the thing ha na-achọ spread with this sentence Simon Obuna, they are trying to tell us that Simon is a criminal, whereas Nnamdi Kanu is a saint. It is not true. Whatever is happening in Igbo land to them, Nnamdi Kanu brought it upon us. The moment NSAS turned into something else, not just turn into some, maybe doing a jailbreak. I'm in Anambra State then. I was in Nnewi, Benny Kenga. I was staying opposite the police station then. I saw with my 2 eyes, I saw the wickedness in the heart of men. How people think churches were turned or vampires overnight. They turn criminals overnight, vandalizing police station, scattering away the vehicles. And then iron we fell in. And we jailbreak prisoners and condemned criminals who if they remain there for 20 years, 100 years, they can never change, they can never repent. They were set free, they were unleashed on the society. See, there is problem. Now, this is the reality. So, Nnamdi Kanu. So, Nnamdi Kanu is a better sense than Simon Ekpa. Nnamdi Kanu nyere Simon Ekpa the platform upon which he built. So, Makande na Simon Ekpa America. Nnamdi Kanu gave him the platform. Anya ushered into what he was doing. Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa from he have business, and Nnamdi cash out. Although the moment he did, to cash out in Kia. So there is no better devil. Two of them are, they are just pure devils. One on each, one on the better than each other. So my own take on this is that we should continue sensitizing. You know, we are winning, but let us stop blaming the government. Have going to government. We can tackle those ones later. But for now, what if government make that you pick up arms? What the government here make it? You go to other regions, it's always like that. Also, I go to UK and America. Not all their regions which are privileged did enjoy government attention and do it here. First, never go to your family, go to your community. So, when die, maybe there. You man gizina maybe one nigga maybe and this should be our message. Ima gizna na emebugi turn zie bego oburuzie hell. There's one in azoke you change your surname. Every na you change your surname, you need your brothers. So we can't continue blaming them. I don't subscribe to that. One no okay, you could the same moment side I can check a work good. And they are a trouble solution because na buy a good one and all I not play with blame games. I am a solution to the problem. What I go? Okay, you take one on the solution anywhere, especially on the side of the security personnel saying when I buy. Because okay, I'm going to make one opportunity again. If I'm allowed, I will go on. My own, but these people should be changed from time to time. That's my own. And in rotation, no. This security sign when I buy. I don't. If I'm going to okay, and some part of also, not all, just few part of also Juweka di onodi today, but this idea of police security be about at all Burupa their tankers ma. I don't subscribe to it. Yeah, but in that way I'll just ABM important match important na. Okigwa, like my brother said, Okigwa Perez bottom peg. One is also be also. I thank God for AIA. IIA, Makanda Moro Hobo, Amaruru, Iterans, and Asau Bulerem. These are three communities that make up AIA, also local government. They mounted checkpoints on Odaba permanently. A combination of DSS and some vigilantes. If you have afraid with DSS, you are afraid with vigilantes. They remain there. Odaba, and they were being checkmated. Because all these security personnel, sometimes when they stay for a long time, they start betraying the people who had the so, this Okigwe where checkpoints.
Please,
And they
Randall.
change just personnel so nearby with time from time to time. Yeah, Mambo, because this will be a small place now. I've been to Okigwe severally. Yeah, be a small place. Just that now we're a vast land. We can, I don't know about much about the advice I see about what on Nigeria to the security personnel. I don't know, or security agency. I don't know, but Obruno Nigeria only represent Okigwe neighbor. When they represent Okigwe, whatever, or the more so Bunkaima. I'm not going to Okigwe. But I when they represent the Okigwe neighbor, take this thing to them from time to time. See we go to checkpoints. Start yeah. They're permanent here by at least 2 posts and one checkpoint, 2 posts and one checkpoint. With that, how about go say by because but I'm way behind. What the hand is up at by and I'm way behind. I'm not on you. So that's my own little contribution there. Thank you so much for a wonderful time.
Okay, thank you, sir. Blessed, are you there? Blessed, are you there? Okay, if you're not there, Honorable Bright, do you want to still say something before I go to Ikenga? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, maybe honey, you're Ikenga, are you there?
Onye na-ehi ụra ike ahụ ike ga mụọ na-ezitezi maka na ekwuru ekwu ka a sị mere ọnụ anụghị anụ mee ntị oke o nwere ife ọzọ a na-akọ onye ọla bịa okwuo ochie but the understanding dịsi iche n'iche that's what I can tell you. Regardless the government, these local communities cannot function. So upon the government there, upon that extra help, that security is nonsense. It will not hold for a minute. Because when they are now government in a use. Okay, so if that case in a blame with these boys only, then you'll be missing the whole mark. That it's like you're exonerating the government of their responsibility, which is primarily the security of lives and the property of every government. Amami for Jabelurana, Lanka Nigeria, and I fed the member, so let's deal with it. We must upon I in yellow wayaka. I in yellow wayaka n'ebe niile wepụtachasịa ajọ ife ndị a niile a na-ekwu okwu igwurube kwuru okwu na-alụ aka etu esi mee kọnferensị ndị lawyers ụbọchị Peter Mbaje ebe a sịsị kpọnye Nnamdi Kanu ịdị more influential than Peter Mba. Okay, what are you thinking? So ọ bụrụ na akpọnye Nnamdi Kanu kedu ka n'ọnụ ya dị taa? Ọkwa some of the things. Most of the governors say onye Nnamdi Kanu. Most of your senators say onye Nnamdi Kanu. So kedu the government ọ ya abụ mgbe akpọnye Nnamdi Kanu? Because we all agree here, one thing that is a common denominator for all of us. I am an Nnamdi Kanu. Bụ onye isi this crime and I commit n'ala Igbo. So what is your own? The mmadụ is not government. Na-akpọ gọọmenti afa. And na ndị na-asịsị kpọnyefe Nnamdi Kanu bụ fanwa ji the authority of the government in different states. O nwere etu esi penti ya bụ ife. O nwere etu esi penti ya ka ọ bụrụ na anyị na-akwado gọọmenti. Or na anyị call our government here. People asking na anyị na-support angel makeup. How dare you think that way? How dare you think that way? Then it becomes what we see many times. Mmadụ kwubu ife niile oyiwu. Ofu onye jewere ofu obele ebe jesi ebe a wee mebe argument. But you didn't comprehensively, take in what that person said before they made that comment. Ije na capitalize on. Okay, Igurube Kuche kwuo maka ndị World Igbo Congress that a few days ago they were asking for Nnamdi Kanu to be released to them alongside all this government. What are you going to do when the government is sitting down and don't do their job? And they make live video. Part of the reason I blame government is anybody they make video anymore of your own every fan I charge ya. And with SIM card AGM, all these videos. Man came time, man came in. And they buy them in the market. And all those SIM cards, whether they belong to any of these companies in Nigeria, were tracking number. Tracking number that is reserved for the government alone. So why are we continuing to see these videos? That's what we're saying. We are not supporting the crime. We are not encouraging these criminals. But we are also calling out on the government. What are they doing? If they cannot do the job, I think by now they should have given Ikenga no sub chief security officer. Because that's what we're saying. They can't even their name. In India, but the 2nd of September that they are making this. I just posted one now, and I had a zero phase. Ọpụta na ọ bụrụ na n'Imo steeti ka ha na-eme ya bụ videos. Onwe ife ikwu ebe a make a lot of sense. Nakọtakwazi change gear. If ị na-ekwu maka organ donor, organ donation, etu esi enweta organ ozugbo change this and that. Ebee ka organ a si apụta? That was a good question. Because I but did not go n'obodo anụnwa mana ọ bụ na kidney ihe enye nsogbu ihe ebidogo from dialysis now. And I monitor man abstain go from some of the habits new organ. It blow out. A man ya kwụsị ọ bụ ndị na-aṅụ mmanya bụ ndị na-aṅụ ọgwụ. And I monitor. I'm not saying na ndị Nigeria na-aṅụ ọgwụ. Kama na inweta organ na Nigeria is very easy. For somebody that's doubt or say something about 2 hours, easy harvest organ. He have Afia Nazụ n'Imo State a long time ago. So you may doubt the skillfulness of these people now organ. They are more or less like in the Nebuan, Jebe Nebuan, if drop even in a minute. Gibonya de Buan, Onwekwa, Obakwa Akwụkwọ ka ha go. No na-ekuzigo ofe ebe anyị akpa aka nke a yọpụta tinye ebuli etinye n'ife ya etinye wee buga ya ebe n'ibu. So don't doubt ebe organ niile si apụta. If reason you will buli ejebe ebe nwa, don't doubt it. This issue of okpokoro isi a na-egosi anyị since makwa na-egosi okpokoro isi ahụ up to today. I'm not sure my government they couldn't go that area. Where are they as the government? Does that mean that I'm supporting the criminals? No. It's just a critical question. I can you because the same government and they play a role to releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Then has succeeded here by making it seem like no so Simon, but the only problem is Southeast. As Simon and I are talking, how carry on a platform I talk. And this is why it's important to call them out. So that when I absorb this message in good conscience, will also be getting that information to understand that not the government a part of this rule belongs to. And they own the land, they be fendi and in them. The instrument of authority that can put an end to this nonsense. It's a drama. I believe a lot of us might not drama kind of here because it's not difficult to stop. But the people that can stop it are pretending like they don't know what to do until the community start paying the money to do it. Then that's to me another level of lunacy. So that's what I gotta say. Anti no more beauty. Anytime come for government have here, I am not in any way supporting these criminals as I have with the freedom because they turn around and they boy. I'm not in any way supporting them. But we must say the truth. That's the only thing that can set us free. They will.
Okay, thank you, sir. I think about Duru anyone now argue, back and forth. More feeling only obana making a point in here. And what I hear only ashikwa from this angle now be only I say so anwa igube make a point here, which points will make it valid. Equity, the part government in a play. All the motor and what you be from his own angle. And in it's important. So that everybody got their aware. Like I said, we are creating awareness. Then from the awareness, a solution I will. We'll keep trying. I don't want anybody to be discouraged. So don't think when somebody is speaking only about the government, no, he only meaning that okay, non vindicating those or non rap on those. No. Only can from that angle. Maybe your angle and cock very, very well. And he gain you can learn a lot of stuff from that. Then when somebody now be from the other angle, now we're on the government, still listen too. You will learn a lot because all of them so Chanahina cause what we are dealing with. So don't neglect one just because you are listening to the other one. No. Ekucha heni na you pick and choose the ones in each or you pick. And then think each or for me, that's how we learn. Learn whatever information we waste. You learn from all of them, whether you want to believe that or you don't want to believe it, because you never know tomorrow. And from there we can come up with a maybe good solution or anybody when I at least in the government in a guy was okay. These people are aware of what's going on, that we are not stupid, we are not fools, that we are aware of this. Then now that's okay. These people are coming from this angle. So that's what this platform is all about. More I feel no need and it makes sense from the angle you see when and I'm encouraging everyone to continue, please. Let me go to Richard. Richard, are you there?
Can I say
Yes,
something
yes,
now?
I'm there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Richard, wait. Oh, anyway, I've got Bless before the kids step out. Bless, go ahead.
Yeah.
After you, then
Okay.
I'll go to Richard.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I wanted to say something the first time because I was just reckoning that Ikenga's mind was on holding people accountability for the actions that is they are taking, that is fueling what is going on, and that what can be done or what can have impact. So, and one of the things I was talking about before was, first of all, to report them, like if you're a citizen, wherever you are, and what they are doing have impacted you in one way or the other. Obugodi no way get through that they were not able to account for also. And then second of all, if you have evidence now where ego and somebody had that money and the money went under. It's not money that the government could tax, and the person was able to utilize it to their benefit. It's a jailable offense, in European Union. And thirdly, another thing that can help to be able to get victims to confess or to narrate their story. Like I think this is what is missing in all of this, because at the end of the day, I equal thousands, I equal how many. We don't have a concrete, like engaging. I can say this is what happened, this person, this person. So I know, and most of the time the things circulate. We have them in audio, we may have the gory videos and all those things, but we don't really have the real data compilation of these victims and what as a result of him in the forum. That, and I think that is something to look in. And the third of all, fourth, again, in bringing everything on your Neku, first for Maka government and the people. Ihe mere Ijele was an eye opener. It makes you to understand the level of the apology anybody of Igbo extraction wanted towards Kano, IPOB, and Biafra. It doesn't matter their level of education, it doesn't matter their position, you understand? So they are so apologetic to that cause and so sympathetic towards them, so that as an Onibo, if you are coming up with anything to steer any kind of sentiment against this direction, they are going to say you are anti-Igbo. And they are going to see it as an attack on the Igbo. And they are never, like, most of them, they will not take it up. And that is why, for example, normally there should have been a spontaneous protest from the people of Osu. That thing have never happened. One of the people who rose up to make a protest against that sit at home, one of them that was caught on that BBC interview, the youth leader of Ogidi, and Simon Ekpa gave an order that he's going to be taken out, and he was taken out within days, right? Like, you could make a direct correlation from the time of that pronouncement to the time that guy was taken out to stall that protest. So our people always need somebody to come and rally them. Like in Atarafufu, no, you cannot use that agony to come out. There have never been any collection of groups of people that have gone to Imo State Governor's house, in government house, everybody in a police station, everybody put on Abuja, buru placard, that kind of thing. Even here and CSF, they are asking for Biafra. Ask them, who have they asked? Who in general, in particular? Nobody. You see? So at the end of the day, the people's mind is so apologetic and so steeped in this thing, so that even self. I remember the story that was told of a young man that went to report to police, then the police went to report to the same people on our back, and they waylaid him on the road. The story, it was just too horrific. I keep getting chills when I think of it. So within the police, they are there. Look at most of the people who prosecuted the jailing. Even though most of those cases was thrown out, but because of his stance towards this agitation, they already heard it against it that he's anti-Igbo, and like he's unshaken, even as we speak. So that connotation between Biafra and Igbo, and being pro-Igbo and being anti-Igbo, that is one thing that Igbo leadership or Igbo elite could have done from the beginning, to say these people are a distinct group and they do not define Igbo-ness or being Igbo or being anything Igbo. Like, this is just an organization doing their thing, but they fail to do that. And they actually gave assent to it that whatever they are doing is Igbo, like it has everything to do with Igbo. And this is the main difficulty that people are having right now, even government, because first of all, who is bringing their own case officially before the government? All this thing is going under. And keep in mind, most of the time they are saying it in Igbo, saying it under. Most of the time, Oye Mereme is answering um, pseudonym, no, not their real name. Onye Mereme, most of the time, so most of these things will help if we can begin to get actual data, actual names. Even the Mandi and to report their activities. What is their real actual data? Haji, Biri, Ebony, Lehabi. One of the things Nyere Kanu Aka to move around and evade authority was because he will come out openly and say, "My name is this Kanu," but on paper he doesn't have that name doesn't exist on paper. It is not existing anywhere on paper. Even in the company he registered IPOB with, there is nothing like Nnamdi Kanu there. Are you getting me? So yeah.
Excuse me, Bless. Can I hold you register? This is the first time I'm hearing that.
Hey, so one Kenny Okukano. That's the name on the paper. Yeah. And I remember one of my videos back in the day, I was like calling by his name because you have to hold like I know you can like the thing was really crazy. Madu Potosi, my name is this, but on a Ghana airport now with a passport or Bora on in here.
Okay,
So
look,
all
one of the problems nwere oge ha na-akpọ Simon Ekperima. After they will just be nicknaming them all these crazy names.
yeah,
Ekperima, Ichirikwu
it's
okwu
on
ya ịkpọ
purpose.
Ekperima. Who is
Yeah.
Ekperima? Ọwafịa. You, especially with this matter, and let me use this opportunity to inform every one of you on this platform. Anytime you get on social media, give footer here was that these people in our like feel free to comment, and when you comment don't use all these crazy names, use their real name. Ono IPOB mere he defuta ono ndị BLA defuta edele just ide BLA give defuta what it means, because Meta is collecting it, AI now collecting all the data. Defutia, because he defutio time somebody comes up to maybe onye na-amara maka this organization ya no makia and Google them, those information will come out. Don't be using Ekperima and all these names. Don't use those names. Write out what it is, but make sure you're not, lying. I have to anybody as
Beauty
you claim.
Ekperima bụ nnukwu onye na-ezu physical and conscience. Asụsụ
Yeah,
Igbo.
but it's not the real name of
So,
the
so
person. You
no,
have to get what
you
blessing is
must
saying.
know. Ọkwa ịma na ndị Facebook I condition go ndị be anyị onye ọbụla na-ebezi kpai. What is kpai? What is kpai? Ndị ọcha na-abụfa chi report na mmadụ fekwuo they murdered or killed. Mana emego ndị be anyị kịta asịma na community standard. Onye pụta they were kpai. What is kpai? Okay, so you're gonna understand too that aspect of politics because ọ bụrụ ihe niile ka mmadụ nwere ike write clearly, ide ya etu a page report ya page agbabaghị ụgwọ community standard. So some of these challenges came with. Okay, and then blessing them, you were saying apologetic. I think you misspeak on being sympathetic instead of apologetic to the cause. So, but anyway,
Apologetic is people who give you reasons, make arguments that seem
that's what I'm
plausible
saying.
to
Is
them.
sympathetic to the.
It's beyond, it's sympathy is just you are just there, you are just looking on. But apologetic
Apologetic.
are people who actually are actively doing something in that apology. That's
Well,
the difference.
but apologetic is simply, you can use a regretful,
No,
sorry.
no, 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 no. If when you use that, you can look it up. That's not how it is used. So
Okay.
that's why I'm saying, yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Unapologetic can be correct, not apologetic. But I know it's a misspeak. I don't teach you English, but I know it's a misspeak. You know, you can say you're unapologetic. It's okay. So that when you get your man, that's it.
Anyway,
Mm.
I've said what I wanted to say, but in continuation from the points I'm trying to say, another thing is we have to also realize that a great majority of Ndibo desire this violence that we are seeing. And if you come out and you are trying to be diplomatic in your speeches, trying to tell them, "Oh, na dey happen ogologo aka nke onye a na-akọ," like, they need action. So in a way, these people are actually driven to be the way. This is what the people want. Actually, this wato stance, like they will collect that move body etinye ya, that stance. It is actually what the people want in a way, because if you listen to these people and what they were saying, like it was an embodiment of terror. And it kind of like it gave them joy to know that, yes, finally.
No, no,
Actually, a
my
lot of Ndị
sister.
Igbo. Hold on, Zobi, bless, I don't think it's fair for you to use that. It's a lot of Ndị Igbo. No, 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 no. Each of you with the particular set of people, chara, that we don't want violence, because if not, no, we don't desire that. I don't think using the word we
I
desire it.
don't know that we are in the majority. I think we are still in the minority. Because a lot of people, I was even shocked. They
Nwanne m
were like,
egwu
they
na-atụ
were
ọtụtụ
even saying
egwu.
that or the freedom is not cheap. It doesn't come easy. And when a ga-enye gị instances of ndị lugoro otu a, mekwa otu a, mmadụ anwụkwa otu a, that's all normal. No, but ọ gaghị abịa easy. So it's like somewhere in their mind. And another factor that is also playing in is the bigotry that has been embedded in our mindsets. Of course, a lot of people were able to override it, but a good number are living with that bigotry, and that bigotry give them a sense of exceptionalism, if you may, that they are better, superiority. So that mindset fuels it, like you feel so superior beyond all these other people, and it fuels that desire to separate and be on your own, because you are just kind of especially different and so superior, and these other ones, they are so below, and just achikotagono, just because of one thing, and you want to take it by force and lose yourself from this bondage. And I think if we can preach also, that we should let go of this bigotry. Every human is equally worthy. Every life
Oh,
is equally
but sis,
worthy.
who
Yeah.
are you? Hold on, I'm a little bit lost, right? Who are you referring to when you say that? Please, can you clarify?
What do you mean? Who am I referring?
You just said something about bigotry, and I'm trying to understand.
Ndị
Kendine
Igbo
referred
Ndị
to.
Igbo na
ịmara
ndị Igbo
president ndị Igbo ka ọ
ndị
na-ekwu
Igbo na they feel
ebughị ya.
superior. They feel superior.
This is where
That
I
that
disagree.
superiority
Ọ bụrụ
mindset
ndị
and
Igbo ọ
and
bụrụ
that
ndị Igbo
bigotry
president.
that aka m onye ọzọ mma, aka m ibe m
No,
mma, aka
ọ
m ha
bụrụ
mma. Because most of the
a,
time, sometimes when I see the things
a
they post,
sensible Igbo man doesn't say that. Okay, this
Exactly.
is
We are
what
don't know
people
for
had
that.
been.
You get away what
yeah,
certain group of
yeah.
people are. Look, I have
Yeah,
one candidate maybe.
This is my observation of what is fueling this violence. What is Kanu latching on in the heart of the people he convinced? Because one brother that spoke before me, he was saying a lot of people that were deceived and they are living abroad, they are doing well. Why were they able to be deceived? What was in them, in their
Okay,
hearts?
Okay, bless. Let me say something right quick, right? Sorry to interrupt you because I don't want us to put out the wrong information right there because of Ihen and men. Look, when you talk about yes, it's Nnamdi Kanu Chori bring that, no ya Chori may cite that or teach people this way. Yes, I understand that part. Look, here demand I if there is any tribe in Anabata, I am Anabata people. And we have so one of the problems I went. You mean have an way pose where it comes. So I am Anabata. That bigotry thing, I don't think no he demand. It's just that and when he can make it somebody he fusion and choosing to retaliate. Maybe on he didn't fear certain type of certain number
No,
of
no,
people or
like
certain group.
okay,
But when
no.
it comes to these people, it didn't generalize indeed. Ndị a good monster of their own. Just don't generalize it to we the Igbos. Biko,
Yeah,
go ahead.
in extension, if you listen to Kano's radio sections and then you listen to the call-ins and the conversations that is going on during all those sessions, he was doing all those incitement. That's what I'm saying.
Blessed, now let me tell you, the people before Nnamdi Kanu was yielded to or had a deal to be picked up in Kenya because I don't call it arrest. All this long grammar of rendition is just by the way. Before he signed up agreement with the politicians to come and pretentiously pick him up in Kenya, and where 5% of Igbos name this agitation. I can tell you for that. It's a free. Like Germany, you've seen the gatherings. Mal the number of Igbos, like Germany. How many people come out? No, a huge number of people. And of course, for a particular reason. About America, I say IPOB this and that. Or you know, showcase you with an umbrella. Their name IPOB. No, our people don't even think that kind of service of your life because
Uh,
onye nwetara onwe ya ofile na ọdịrị oke na ebe ọ nọ kịta ezugbo ya
I,
therefore no nwere
I
any
beg to
need.
disagree because although no,
Okay.
that was the case, we will not have this, we will not be gathered here and saying all these things
No,
because
the reason why we are saying this does not necessarily mean that non-Igbo without this insugbu. None of these people, including the governors, they speak for themselves.
let me tell
If
you,
you
ọ bụ
really
na
go to the heart of, if
mmadụ pụta na-akọrọ gị ihe, enwere
if
otu ihe onye ahụ na-akọ si na-aga ga-editamini
if,
ọ bụ na
if
obi gị
I decide,
na-anabata ya ma obi gị anaghị
uh,
anabata ya. Obi gị na-anabata ya, igewe ya ntị before ọ
I'm
ghọgbuo gị
going for
sef.
I'm going for this generalization of Igbo in everything in the Igbo. And Igbo. I personally don't agree with that.
Yeah, we have to do that because otherwise
Because
we
I don't
need
know if we to
we
the
need
casting.
those people that we need a denouncement.
This is
We
no,
need it.
this is not the Igbo. This group, some of these groups have had that Igbo. Onwe ka ha si ekwuzi okwu kịta. Mụ na onwe m na quite confused sometimes. Okay? Now we dey here no be dey. Hey.
Because me
This
personally,
this
I've
this is
never
not
said
the
anything against any Igbo or Igbo Joronjo or anything. I've
yeah,
always been anti-Igbo.
you
Anti-IPOB, I mean. I've always,
exactly.
open nile, my
Exactly.
activities has been always anti-IPOB. But
Yeah.
the reverberation that I've ever gotten since I engaged in this thing was I'm anti-Igbo. I hate my people.
Then you let them know what you clarify yourself.
Yeah, I
Okay?
have done
Because
that. I have
uh,
video clips where I even made videos and say IPOB is not Igbo, and the same conversation keep coming back. What
but
you are doing is anti-Igbo.
where they get you when
The
they come
same
and make
thing is the
when
same
they
thing.
make
Not
that
only
comment,
me,
when they make that comment, you respond. How am I get on that? I've told you guys so many times, say Nnamdi Kanu Oji phone. He knows what to tell people. He knows how to hit
Anyway,
you.
nevertheless, I
Uh-huh.
think it's important to teach our people that every human have what he brings, and they have the worth and value.
This is
We
not
need
our
to
value.
say,
What is happening today is never the value of an Igbo man.
I
Only,
understand,
only say
but
no value
we
of
need
an
to
Igbo
sound
man.
it clear so that
Yeah.
we know that there are so many ethnic groups in Nigeria, including Igbo, and every
Exactly.
ethnicity have what they bring, so that love and unity is what we need. We don't need any incitement to hate any other people, so that to the point that you see your own brother and sister that do not agree with you, you feel like to subtract that person so that you can continue doing what you are doing. We take you to an
That's
Eldorado.
the job of
Thank you so much,
that's the
everybody.
job of the evil one to divide. It's always putting that division. And no you na-aghọtara abịa na-anụ ọgụ for nothing. Ọ pụkwa ebe o divide kwa. Because the intention is to divide. Okay, divide that's na ndị Igbo si na-eji nkwu azịza ama na-eme ihe bụ azịza. Azịza bụ broom. They use it for to analyze the strength of the people. As in when you pick up a broomstick, you can easily break it, but when you put them together, you cannot break it. Okay, so this campaign of calumny against the Igbos, or then they kind of say that okay, it's a campaign of wickedness. It's a campaign of calumny. Igbo,
So be,
Igbos are
so be.
loving people. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think I what one where blessing is coming from. Here blessing na chigu and the effects of ihe Nnamdi Kanu cause.
Oh,
And since Nnamdi
you
bidoro
gotta be
this
if
with
I na
hatred
offer
speech.
eye punks. I understand what she's saying. Ihe m na-ekwu bụ na ọ na-agụ kọmentị fa. Okwe ịghọta. These people adịgo fond of Igbo, Igbo, Igbo. Onye jeluan, onye zuori ejiri ọsụ nọ ndị Igbo, Igbo mụrụ nze mụọ ọzọ nekwanụ m ebe ahụ na ndị ejigbukwa nọ ndị Yoruba na-eti m ibe na fa bụ ndị mana ọ bụ ekwu na ori ka o jezu. Okay, I understand exactly what she's complaining. But is that what she's doing? It depends on how she responds to them. Because someone on the for clear conscientiously that she's speaking that this culture is eating deep into our fabrics. Then she shouldn't worry about what a clown she shouldn't be worried about what a clown says, because everything in the cookie table no ndị Igbo. If you talk about Nnamdi Kanu na ndị Igbo, mana Nnamdi Kanu jide ndị Igbo na-egbu. Okay, they don't when I make broadcast, they don't come and write that. And yeah, I say don't watch him because they don't want to hear me. Okay, so all depends on how. I don't read comments. I might make broadcast here too, yeah, but I don't read even sympathy with I don't read comments. I just deliver. Kwuo ihe nchi ikwu. Onwe ndị mmesizi mfụ ndị na-asị onye oshi yo okenye alụlụ ala. Ndị na-ekwu ive a, onye na-edelu m na mba okenye alụlụ ala nwee ike bụrụ ọgbọ my most eldest brother. Mana ọ ya bede n'ụdị na mụ bụ okenye tọọ nna ya tọọ nne ya. If you get, so they have a way of provoking you. So we know them.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Can we kick out to the doors of the anyway? Richard, are you there?
Yes, yes, yes.
Sorry, I'm not Teguino. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, depending on where you are. To be honest, the person put before blessed already said almost everything I wanted to say, but just to stress the point. First of all, I will start with the government because I believe when we entered, if you are a political student, you know that a society is made up of the government and the people are, in a social contract, and the most basic part of that contract is for the people to give up some part of their rights, for the government to take over, and from there, the government owes them a responsibility, of which security is the very core part of it. So, looking at this, we cannot make any significant step if we didn't start holding government accountable for not doing what they should do. Okay, so just look at it now. Simon Ekpa was arrested barely 2 years ago, or what, and he has already been, convicted. But Carlo has been arrested for over 5 years or so, and every day he goes to court, he come back, he backs, blah 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 blah, and nothing. And if care is not taken, next year, 2026 will pass, and he will still be going to court, and we have those coming to say sit at home on on the day of court, and all of that. This, I believe, is a kind of conspiracy against Igbo nation, because there are clear evidence of terrorism and incitement to to convict this man. And if by now in 2025 the government cannot do just that, then they are just playing around. But how? What is the consequences? The consequences is at the expense of the lives of Igbo people. So whatever is happening with Kali doesn't affect the man in Lagos, Abuja, Kano, or what, or anyone Southeast, right? So for over 5 years he has been in court. Those in Southeast has been the one taking the bullet for it. Our children don't write their WAEC, their WAEC exams and jams. If those things fall on the day he will go to court or sit at home stuff, and governments have the power and all the evidence to do, to put an end to all of this. And so anybody that's trying to say the government is not this or that we are the one, no, this is the core responsibility of the government. And if the government want to end it in a month, it wouldn't take them anything. But being it that we are in Nigeria, esana ala dem mawo urunde nde nze. So all these courts now anaga for 5 years, and there are people benefiting financially from it, and they wouldn't want to see it end. All the insecurity happening in our state, everyone they benefiting from it, and they wouldn't want to see an end to it. So if we keep shying away from calling them out, we are not going to make any headway. And makeup and all these people with a social media account. See, if you are not rich in Nigeria, and like you are some kind of, let me say, poor, right? That this is when you will know that Nigeria police they have all the technology to track anyone. If you are a poor man, right, and you enter in a case with a rich man, and he involves them, these people will deal with you with every technology. Like you will be surprised. You will be surprised. So if you are a rich man, if you want to test this thing now, if you are a rich man, just go to the police and tell them that you lost so thing or this and that, and you just give them small information, about your last activity, and then you give them cash. It will take barely 2 months, right? They will swing into action and track that stuff. Yeah, make it boom. So if people like Angel Makeup and Apata every day, a broadcast say today being the 31st of June, giving what the day is 31st of June. Yeah, mecha broadcast lakpuru echikwa ya pụtakwa ọzọ mmekwa another broadcast, and you will tell me not to blame the government. No, tracking someone like that is one of the easiest thing to do now in in this present age. But if we see these guys walk freely, and the worst part is that as they keep doing this thing, right, they grow their selves. They get more guys to like them. They have social media pages, like numerous of them, which I don't know if is only few of them that is creating much, but be it as it may, their presence is now overwhelming and nothing is being done. And I am not the one that will go after them to track them. Neither are you the one. This is the responsibility of the government. They have made themselves easy to catch, but yet for over 5 years they are working free. They work scot free, and nothing is being done. Victims, they I've listened to in the Facebook page of Ikenga, where he shows videos of some of the victims narrate their story of how they were picked up and all that. These things are easy way to catch these guys if really the government wanted to catch them. Like if the government don't want to invest in technology and stuff, testimonies of all these their victims are just an easy way to go and apprehend them. But what do we see? We will see them coming with armored car, and we will now see some gunshot. Ba, 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 ba. The next minute, the same ESN or IPOP guys we go on Facebook Live, and post on TikTok and say we gave them this thing. So they boast and post video of what happened, right? And government keep quiet, and someone wants us to believe that the government should not be blamed for this. No, this is an error. So if we really want to make good progress, we have to start calling out government. We have to start calling out government, because enough is enough. Then on our own part, where we can come in on our own part, I think, is through sensitization, right? If I didn't come across the pages of people like Ijele, and there's this man I can't remember the name now. There are just few of them that does this kind of broadcast on Facebook. So if I didn't come across these pages, I would still be of the opinion that Carlo is somehow different from this this other group, right? But coming across their pages and listening to them actually opened my eyes to say, okay, these people are just the same with different names. And trust me, there are thousands, millions of us that have not had this opportunity to come across pages like this, right? And know that okay, this is actually the case, because many people still believes that Carlo is a saint. He only wanted to fight for Biafra, fight for his people, So it was through coming in contact with these people that I began to ask myself, who bought the first gun for NJ makeup, So I began, because I lost interest in this Biafra stuff long ago. But after coming, I got this message, I began to listen to the the voice recording of this man, and saw how he was inciting violence. And this also made me understand why Yoruba now seems to hate us so much. And if there is any little unrest, they will say that we want to take over their land. NSAS protest was just a peaceful protest, to end police brutality. But Carlo used that opportunity to incite, war, and saying, burn down Lagos, burn down this one, burn down that one. So if there's no sensible man that is from Lagos that will hear that kind of broadcast and, not have something, negative to say about it. Okay, so my point is sensitization is where we can come in, right? So if we can have more pages like that of these other guys that are doing this broadcast, if we can have more pages, that means more people will be we have the opportunity to know that these guys are not for us, right? If we can have more pages and do more of this broadcast, let people know. Even those you see that come under the comments to say all those stuffs, some of them, believe me, after their comments, they will still have a rethink. And I mean, it might not happen at the first day, but as time goes on, the dots will begin to connect. Because why these people seems to have upper hand now is because they have the media. So there's nowhere you turn and you don't see ESN this, IPOP that, and Carlo this, So they seems to have taken over the media of the Igbo nation, o- of which anything that have to do with IPOP now will be directly linked to us, which should not be the case. So if we can outnumber them with facts, right? We have done enough in our own part. Why we hold governments accountable, for what they should do. Because if we do all this and then the government sits back and just eat security votes, we are just wasting our time. Okay, so and the last point I wanted to make was about the organ harvesting, which my other brother also said. Yeah, these people have doctors, right? So don't even doubt, don't even ask, even if it's 2 seconds, they know how to do it, right? So they have doctors that can mutilate and preserve stuff for them, and they have where to sell it and order. So it's not even something to doubt, right? So it is um it is pure logical. It is pure logical. They don't just kill because they want to kill. Yes, they do it, but they also discover the business side of it, and that's why kidney and all of those stuff are now easily available to us. Okay, so this is I round up here. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. You made a very valid point. Please come to Tekun again. Onye ọbụla not here. Oh, you don't have to show your face, right? Taiban this campaign of exposing things. Onye ọbụla ịma nwee story ihe ndị a mere ya. Onye nọbụ na IPOB before or autopilot, whichever one pụta or repent you can get their information or on ha ga just mere voice note. Iwepụta ya. Enwere ike nye ikenga onye bless them, or you can give it to Ijele. Onye ọbụla ịma that is willing to speak. You can still whatever or na-enwe ihe mee gị or encounter again at these people. The encounter meaning na maybe okay any encounter anywhere whatsoever. You can do your voice note, okay? You will she change your voice and we'll put it out there so that people they will be aware of what's going on. What you don't understand is that some of the information you will feel to right? It will help other people. Apart from behind actual to achieve, it can help someone else. Na marona okay, uzo di uto and not the dangerous say by or iga. So only King made the whole thing. And just like he had this our brother who awareness if we keep speaking, imaro somebody gabia na this platform, not I muta ihe from it, or they are aware, okay, this thing you so let's continue. Please don't be discouraged. Republic of Ali, are you there? Okay, go ahead, sir.
I don't know if my voice is coming out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's coming out a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's better now.
I just want to chip a few things, especially from the side of Sister Blessed on what he said. Like when Blessed was saying like Ndi Igbo, I duly understand what Blessed is saying. This calamity that fall against Ndi Igbo, it's not a small one. And I got a push you harder. Now, ndị Igbo na-atụ ilu si ofu aka rụta mmanụ ya zuo ọha ọnụ. Mgbe onye Igbo gara mee ihe and ndị Igbo ndị ọzọ did not stand up, especially kedu ihe wuru ndị Igbo when your leadership are not speaking against the atrocity that one person from their place or from their region did, it means that not ndị Igbo. Now anyị nwere big organization like Ohaneze Ndị Igbo. Ohaneze Ndị Igbo will come out and demanding for release of Nnamdi. Can you imagine what Mba said? Now Mba kwuo okwu na ịma na entire Enugu niile kwuru okwu. Enugu niile ọ bụ ndị Igbo. So Peter Mba is number one citizen. And once Peter Mba said anything, ndị Enugu ekwuole. And we should understand it. So anybody refer to ndị Enugu kwuru, are they wrong? Because Peter Mba is number one citizen. The voice of Peter Mba is more louder than even though the voice I need not hear. So we have all those people who are supposed to speak for us, and they are not speaking for us. So what do you want other people to say? Ndị Igbo. Ọ bụrụ na ile anya majority anyị niile na-ekwu against Biafra minority. Anyị nwa ndị na-ekwu Biafra, we are minority to those that are supporting Biafra. And once their voice covers our own voice, on the Igbo niile. Mam ihe nnekwu na declare na alọta na anụ ihe nnekwu.
Ona declare why you are it because can you power my comment section? Can you mean I should be true to myself? Please, can you clarify, please?
Ihe nji debe ihe ahụ mgbe Blessed m na-asị ndị Igbo gị na-defend ndị Igbo.
Okay, hold on.
I need the truth.
Okay, yes, let me. Yes. You're not supposed to write that. Tony, what where I'm coming from. Ajumia the Ebon knew me about bigotry, and I asked her the question. Yeah, we clarify. I mean, and I still maintain no one will start all that bigotry thing because Ilanya, the other tribes, especially in the Yoruba, what they go. Every little thing they will start mentioning Igbos. For some of our Igbos now. When but bless him, which I call 1 million. when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu Kosugu, right? And I mentioned that. Go ahead.
So ya wee ebe ihe mere ji bido ebe a m bidoro now ndị esi gị ndị Igbo. Now ka anyị bịa na security aspect of it, anyị na-ekwu gọọmenti. Kedu ihe bụ gọọmenti? Gọọmenti ka ebe ọ startịrị. Gọọmenti start from local, from grassroots. Now security anyị na-ekwukwe crime ka how crime being stopped or started from local. Now anyị na-akpọ gọọmenti, anyị ochetekwere na anyị nwere every village ndị a nwere government of the local government, which is like a traditional government. Eze nọ dia, enwere cabinet ndị eze. What are they doing? Look, let me tell you, ka igwe onwe anyị eziokwu, onweghị federal gọọmenti ga-emeli ma ọ bụrụ na anyị nwawu ndị nwe obodo ejighị aka anyị bido the fight, call them for assistance. Onweghị federal gọọmenti ga-emeli.
I don't
Imagine
mean to
Ọhaneze.
interrupt you. The Igwe of Bodokita is being controlled by the state. So
That is it. Something
am
allow me to say
no, go
something.
ahead. I said,
Allow
please.
me to say
I
something.
said, please.
If you want to learn, if I talk Finnish, you can talk your own.
No,
Now,
I just challenge what you just said. Okay, we
you
are all
cannot challenge
learning
because
here.
Ogosi Nigwa Hama right there. Chere, Ogosi Nigwa Hama right
We
there.
are all
You
learning.
can't be defend the Igwe. You can't be defend Eze. Any authority, any community authority, and the governor may elect, or the villagers may elect. He has to work for the villagers. Or happy say he on Arugarua, he was again be defend there. No, we want to call them out. How number one. We have to call them up. I want to have my right. Government I get use for. I'm saying the fact. Now, the end Hanaru, onwe Hanaru, and they take a governor. While know how I would the primary start point, equals in their village, or how I wouldn't the village Hanake run. The village as a trust on them. And we are not calling upon them. Now I would hear the body of Ohanese and Tibo. A body of Ohanese in the Maputana, the has a releasing Nnamdi Kanu for us. So if we want to stop this thing, ndị Ohaneze ndị Igbo ga-apụta, every Igbo body, organization or group ga-apụta, Igbo has nothing to do with Biafra. Biafra has nothing to do with Igbo, clearly. And this is the only way we are coming out from this. Ọkwa ma nke anyị na-eblem Kalu, blame Simon Ekpa, mana anyị condemn Biafra. After all, Biafra enweghị ihe o nwere with ndị Igbo. Ndị Igbo gara dọrọ, just like ihe Blessed na-ekwu. Ndị Igbo gara dọrọ ihe dara ọha tige na akpa ha. Ihe ndị Ibibio, Ishekiri, I'm sorry, Ibibio, Ogoni, Ejo, Kalabari, and all these people na old Eastern region soro nwere ka sọsọ ndị Igbo gara dọrọziere onye onwe ha, ndị ọzọ ewepie, ndị Igbo dọrịa tige n'onwe ha n'isi a na-emegbu ha, ndị Igbo dọrịa dịrị onwe ha na-eme ha nke ọzọ, ndị Igbo dọrịa ihe niile ha tụrụ prefera mee ya attach, because onweghị ọzọ ha ga-eji wee mefu attach ka ihe ha na-azọ until anyị apụta separate ndị Igbo from Biafra, and that is the only way. Because anyị na-emekwa isi emegburu ndị Igbo ji Biafra war ejikwe ọsọsọ ndị Igbo ka akwajuola m ofu ajọ njụrụ ya 2020 pounds enyere ndị Igbo as according ha nwa ajụọla m many place onwe onye saliri enyekwere ndị Kalaba, enyekwere ndị Ogoni, enyekwere ndị Kalabari, ọsọsọ ndị Igbo. Biafra war alụrụ ọfọ ndị Igbo. Ojukwu alụrụ, go and make research. Ojukwu did not fight Biafra war to save ndị Igbo, rather to save old Eastern region, which is his own region, ọ nọghachi. Kedu ihe meziri na anyị nwe ndị Igbo ji buruzie Biafra? Egbuzi ndị Kalaba na Biafra war, ọ wee egbughị ndị Ogoni, ọ wee egbughị ndị Kalabari, ọsọsọ ndị Igbo wu ndị egburu, ọsọsọ ndị Igbo suffer the effect. So why ndị Igbo ji buruzie Biafra n'isi? Ekwu okwu Boko Haram, onye Igbo ga-ebie n'isi. Boko Haram mega na north, far east north, onye Igbo ebie n'isi, achọrọ ime ha Islamize, achọrọ anyị Islamize. Ọ ihe mere Blessed ji ekwu ihe ọ na-ekwu. And we must tell ourselves fact. Anya na-ekwu ka ihe ọwụna n'isi kasị na anyị nwa kacha onye Igbo pụta ya sọ ha kacha mara ihe. You see where they say it. And ndị okenye anyị ndị anyị kpọrọ our leader spoke, the man spoke of ndị Igbo have never come to tell us, gwa ndị mmadụ mba ihe abụghị ya, ihe ndị Igbo a ga-emeti na discuss the issue onwe, because all of them are saying almost the same thing. Ngwale Igbo World Congress, demanding for Nnamdi Kanu. Ọkwa Igbo ka ha tiri n'elu. So these people speak against ndị mmadụ abịalakwu nọ ndị Igbo. I don't understand. So ọwụ mụ na ga abụọ n'onwe ha onye ma onye anyị n'onwe ha ebe anyị nọ ga-ekwu eziokwu. We must tell ourselves and we must let them know how the voice. Ha nwa ga-ekwu na onwe ihe gbasara ndị Igbo na Biafra. Biafra nọrọ onwe ya, ndị Igbo were onwe ya. Gwa nne ụmụazị na-eto eto, issue of Biafra has nothing to do with ndị Igbo. Ga-efu ihe ya niile adaghị ya immediately. The only place a na-ekwu okwu ọwụ Hausa, ọwụ Yoruba, ọwụ Benin, the only place a na-ekwu okwu a ga-agwa gị na ndị Igbo Biafra. Na ndị Ogoni, ndị Kalabari, ndị Ibibio ewepụla onwe ha from Biafra. Ha adịghị exempted. But mgbe alụgadị ọgụ ha so and Elijah Atai ka onye second commander Ojukwu akwa Effiong, Philip Effiong, onye Calabar. Ka ezi mere ndị Calabar na-ejizi ihe dị involve. Ndị Igbo ka egbugezi. Crime niile ha kọmitige na South East ka ọ nọ ndị Igbo ka egbuge. Ndị isi ya na-ewere Biafra mee coverage ha ji anata gọọmenti grant. Edegide history Igbo ha etighi Biafra ha agaghị ezu ike. Ya gozie Biafra gozie Igbo National Party, Igbo National Movement. So ka ihe ide blame onye na-ekwu na ndị Igbo n'ọha mere ka asị mba. Ọwụ na anyị ga-ewepụli we must condemn first of all. Ọwụ na anyị chọrọ ka ihe niile ada ya, that word Biafra, whether you dị any other party as far as all Biafra, I will move hala Biafra from Igbo. Ihe niile will die. Nobody will come again talk of Biafra onye Igbo ga-eme admit as far as he use that name Biafra until anyị egbuo this name and akpọ Biafra. Anyị egbughị ya onwe ebe anyị gaji. Ọwụ na anyị na-fight IPOB. Meanwhile, kedu ihe with IPOB? Indigenous people of Biafra. So that means everybody, oh yeah, maybe I say he want Igbo, equal against Biafra, say want Igbo. That means how as Biafra as national Igbo movement. We must to let them know that Biafra is not Igbo national movement. Igbo has nothing to do with Biafra. And since people understood it in this way, you see everything we die of. Biafra got natural death. Before 2011 gafecha the 2017 election na-abịa, another people ga-ebidokwe ga ndị na support ndị Igbo anya emepekwele another change afa bịa something eji enye ka enyi Igbo wuru president, eji eme ka onye Igbo wuru president. Waziri ka emele nke ya anya afọ ebe ọ gara. Ojukwu ewine, Ojukwu never become president. So we must start from our own communities. Those community leaders has to stand up. And once I make it up, call off federal for support, I get support because NJ Michael and Hagar in Abuja. Ebono na forest in a village, I have my bono. Is my bono. No my bono. President General of Okigwe of own village, my bono. Now I will federal government police from Abuja, Gabi my bono. Gaga or Hameku Hamer Hagame. Abagari Hala. Mana ọ na ha bịara ndị nọ n'ọrụ si lekwa ebe a ga-anwụrụ ya a ga-anwụta ya dị ya na oke nọ n'ụlọ gwara nke nọ na mma na atụ dị na ngụga. We must say the fact how it is. Ka hapụ ị na-share this on certain things. Anyị gbaa ihe niile na-anwụ n'ọwa anyị nwa ji aka na-emego onwe anyị. Anyị pụta na eji anya etie mkpu na-emegbukwa anyị mana anyị ga-eme the right thing. Anyị bido okay lee Keshi this guy na nke ọsụ ọhịa o ji more than 50 people. Ndị ọ na-agba unu na-eme ihe ha ga-ebido post wee picture kpọọ na afa from beginning ha ga-enye details unu niile. More than 500 surrender for amnesty. That guy is doing a very fantastic job. All nine people like that is from grassroots. My village and my village. Now my village, oh somebody only better use service now my own village, my village close to Lule South. Ndị akampụrụ without knowing. Mgbe na Ghana this TikTok, sorry na this Twitter, come from ebe onye mere use service na my village na say that na ndị ESN camp na my village. My own village. Yes. I took the information near Ijele. Ijele onye contact and ndị gara there. We wipe everything out. You cannot see this ESN camp na my village any longer. So if I did not do such a thing, one day na village na share there. So onye shi Abuja ele otu oshi ama. On day na village ka on day na Abuja na bịa na anyị ji the information anyị ji bịa na atụ ha aka onye ọna na atụ ụjọ mana anyị anyị pụta anya na-eti na anyị wụ ụmụ agụ mana anyị tụrụ ụjọ karịa ewu karịa atụrụ onye nwa na-atụ ụjọ mba onye Hausa ga-abịa imere anya. So that is the point m na-aghọta ebe nwanne anyị nwaanyị ji akwụ okwu ya sị ndị Igbo oke gaa lee ndị na-eme Igbo unification gaa legodi ihe ha na-eme na their page spirios ndị Igbo kacha ndị Igbo ma nke a kere onye a ga-agwa ụdị ihe ahụ ga-ehapụ provoke onye Igbo kacha mara ihe ụfọdụ sị na ọ ewepụ ndị Igbo na Naijiria nwụọpee eziokwu so elders na ndị anyị jiri mere speaker the mouthpiece of ndị Igbo must come out and speak to the world and to their children so that people will know. Ọ bụghị ịpụta ga-esi release anyị Kalụ ịpụta release Kalụ ihe na-eme na-akwụsị kedu Kalụ dị important karịa ndị a na-egbu why not esi gọọmenti ihe anyị chere bụ tụrụ anyị Kalụ mkpọrọ nọ ya butere arụ na-emene o wee kwuo ya eme because ha chọrọ ha ji again cheap politics ihe nna m ji ekwu ya kwa ka ha like ya maka ọ na majority ihe anyị niile wụ minority leader anyị niile wụ voice anyị enwe ebe ọ na-aga.
Okay, can I say something? Can I ask you something? My brother, can I ask you something? Because, okay. Okay, ihe na-ekwukwa making sense, right? But come it's not minority, just like my sister Bless said. Okay? If I'm to concur with you based on what you said, remember oti shift taketa gị kwuo na cash ihe cash na-eme ihe o ji dịka iwu minority because since ndị a na-ekwu ịma na ihe niile the power of social media na-ekwu ha ji social media ọ dịzie ka ọnụ ha na-ekwuchitezi ndị Igbo niile ọ dịka onye na-ege ha ọ dịka but it's not otu anyị nọ kịta if we continue na-bring this awareness if na otu isi bịa kọwa ya kịta enwe onye na-amarọ bịa nụ ihe na-ekwu onye asị okay ịghọtago onye ahụ learn one or two from you bidokwa ya na-spread kwa ya kụziere ya somebody else kụziere ya so if we keep talking if we keep bringing this awareness ọ ga-eme ndị anyị na-ekwu kịta they will now hear it they will know okay na anyị dịkwa aware of ihe ha na-eme that is not okay. So achọrọ m ịma yes I understand where you're coming from but mụ a na-ekwukwe ka anyị continue. Let's continue. Only Iga before Mijeleha and Bless now bidoro. They're all like it is now. Being that then we'll get more voices now be out. And if we keep talking, if we keep bringing out in the government in Emenaderoma, if they will know that tonight they are aware. Or when you're not sure if we are okay like they will know that okay, we are aware that people are aware of this thing, Haneme, that is not they are not supposed to do that. Don't you think so?
Yeah, the awareness is here kwesịrị na even though say mụ onwe m self I been here for a very long time even though nwere mgbe kedu afa this guy nọ ọsọ Canada ka ọ nọ ka ogene dị kedu afa this guy nọ na TikTok ya na ndị bini ọgụ mgba ọmụnwa onye nwere eme TikTok mere ka mara na Igbo dị iche na Biafra mere some of them they say okay ile anya na many of them they use Igbo Biafra this is what they are using now. I tell them if you want to call Igbo Biafra, don't call Igbo. Igbo is different from Biafra. I've been doing this for a very long time. Now, what we're supposed to do, I was also in a I also supposed to put to actions. Like now, to Hanez and Dibona. I'm Marayenda in a good for to have the Anyedere Haleta. I have been doing this. Our governor of Pit and Bakurihana. Many of us has way to send letter to them. And I say, so people they hear and repeat, but this thing you equal never do to. We are not happy. This is what we demand from you. And we must put some actions, not just only talking. They must be seeing our effectiveness and the seriousness because can go. We can write letters to these organizations. Those organizations I feel that they have things to do so that things will move faster. We can write letters and send it to them. At least I tell them made the letter them up to 3 letters to Abaribe. Stop point na-eme ihe ndị a ya face ihe ọ bịara ọwụghị Biafra ihe eji ti gị ebe ahụ ọ chọrọ ya gaa na that place now banyere Nnamdi Kanu asị Biafra protect zọwa ihe afọ anya mara na Biafra ka ọ na-azọ na-represent ebe ahụ na-eji Biafra confuse ndị be anyị I have wrote more than 3. So this is what we need to do. Cash is doing something because cash is okay. Imagine now, hammer grafia, hammer amnesty. Amnesty now, or cash media. But because of who reach to people, rich people in their sides, the people will try to come out with the program, make at least we can make people oriented. Hate get amnesty. So all not just no. Without it is in things on they put on going to reach some certain people, maybe privately. You don't feel it that yes, this they need them or there's things they can do. Things will not be moving. Eli and Iseke has stand up. Not because of Young. He wrote a letter to some leaders of Iseke. Stand up. Near some courage. Kayashi Bido. No one has stand up. Nobody can stand up. They stand up. Aaron this is also standing up right now. So this is what we have to add on what we are saying. I go me Kenga Iruago before. Although he's my brother. Only one I'm going to title here. So Nnamdi Kanu did not just be saying anything online. Omi Omegacha. Omi Tiga people. Odega letter. Ama mgbe a na-ekwu okwu imechi ahịa ọ na-awa bịa na-ajụ kedu onye wụ chairman ahịa dị otu a agwa ya nata nọmba ya sị ndị IPOB niile kpọbụ ya gwa tret ya ebido tret gede chairman asị na ahịa agaghị ha dị. This is how they were able to succeed in doing the sit at home. Enwere ike kwuo na ahịa chairman apụtasị na ahịa ga-adị na onye na-amadela ha nwetaghala the number the chairman more than the chairman ga-eside ka ọ gbanye ọfụ ya. So we can start searching of that nature. Put more pressure. Can people man be serious? Not people see us man be serious. All the people who know the possible email protest or Abuja. You can do it. Gurupan and any windy, nothing concerning with Biafra. So this is what I want to add in what you are saying. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I think this will be the catcher anything before I go to King.
Ne, nwere ife m na-ekwu nke ahụ na-adị nnọọ mma. You know, go ahead, my dear.
Okay, sir, thank you. Ikenga, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. We are done.
Yeah, I thank you all for your submission. I thank you all for your contribution. One thing I must say here, what we are doing here may seem to some of us that we are doing nothing, but we are actually doing fantastic job. We may not understand the effect of what we are doing, but in very, very, very soon we will understand. So let's keep pushing. Anybody with suggestion that will help, let's keep doing it until we get to where we want to be. The most important thing for now is social media. Social media and social media again. We may not understand the real power of social media, but it works wonders. So anybody with suggestion on how to take this thing to next level, feel free to bring it, even if never hear the way you want it. Maybe one day I get me just like you suggested. So let's just keep pushing. And the only thing I want to assure you people, start counting the days of some of these criminals. Starting from Angel Makeup, start counting their days. Very soon you will see them no more. No criminal will survive what is coming. No, it doesn't matter how hard you think you are. We are going to reclaim our land and we are going to restore our land to the original form. And nothing can stop that. The only thing I'm here begging the government, the police, army, DSS, and others to please be professional in your work. Put Nigeria first in everything you do. Remember, you took an oath to defend and to protect lives and property in Nigeria. If you're a security officer and you put money first, nothing different between you and a criminal. A security officer, your priority must be to defend humanity, to protect lives and property. So, whenever you're on duty, have it back of your mind that you are here to serve, not to make money and buy big car and big phone. But our listeners, we have a group, especially those of you that we started this parliament with. I will advise you to join. I'm not forcing you. I can't even force you. But I will advise you to join because we are doing great job. That things are moving in some certain place today in Igbo land. I can assure you that we are also contributing. That's why it's like our security officers are sustained. So join, not just to support them, to also bring your suggestion on what will help us to delete all these criminals. If you have another way you want to push your own campaign, go ahead and push it. Waiting for our government, it's a waste of time. I'll be honest with you. Waiting for our government is a waste of time. Not as if they are not trying, but their try is not enough. So we will also help as much as we can. But at the end, one thing I can promise our people, like someone said, that this insecurity we are facing is far from stopping. I disagree with you. As a matter of fact, the insecurity is about to end in Igbo land. It's about to end. What you're witnessing now is just a cry of dying horse. And by the grace of God, before end of this month, aga m ebe anyị jedebe. I thank you for your time. And one more thing, like Beauty with Brains said, if you have any ex-member of these criminals, bring the person, let the person tell you things, Oma, and how they operate. Let the person know that you will record him and send it to me. If you want me to hide the person's voice, I can do that. If you want me to play it raw, I can as well do that. So just in any way you can, help us to make Alibo a better place. May God who lives in heaven be with you all and a happy new month. The one.